Oh, hell,
Your
just
life now. Didn't know we just came live now. I didn't know.
sorry is your name.
Oh, yo, I didn't know. As in, you were able to see me because you came through the link. So nobody was seeing
Yeah.
me before now. It was on until I clicked on go live. That was what happened. So that was what Oyeyo was trying to say. Right, Constance,
Go
the
live.
village girl,
That
her
was what
hair.
happened. That was what Oye was trying to say. Like, Constance, go
Why am I
live.
hearing myself?
That
I'm
was what
hearing
happened.
myself.
That was
Oh,
what
I'm
Oye
hearing
was
myself.
trying to say.
Don't worry, I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm trying to share it. You see, my Facebook family, they're always on time. But now go they do all this market women timing. Where is Mel is not even
Oh, yo,
here.
I did not know. I just clicked on it now. So I think I'm live now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back
Wait,
to
let me shout well.
Ladies of Hot
Let me move this thing before
Topics.
I shout.
Why is she shouting, Seth?
Stars. Somebody give me 100 stars.
Oh, yo, can you see the link? Hello, Joe Silva de Lima. Good evening. You all are welcome to today's live stream of Ladies of Hot Topic. And today we are discussing red flag in marriages. When to quit. And our topic for our celebrity topic for today is Funke Akindele and Chacha AK. You understand? So today we'll be talking about marriages, what is going on, like how can we make it work? Because most times when I see what is going on, all I ask myself is what is going on. Like, was my own marriage different? But I just feel like all this is boiled down to understanding, tolerance, and accepting each other for who they are, like having that mutual understanding. So before we go on, I am going to wait for my beautiful ladies to join us so we can have an overall discussion on what is going on and what the solution could be. Tonya is still in the chat. I wonder what she's doing there. Tonya. Or should I share the link again? Can I see the link? Copy. Okay. I think I just shared it. Tonya is here. Tonya.
Yeah, good, darling.
Yes.
Good evening, ladies.
Good
Good
evening, Tony.
evening, Tonya. You're welcome.
Okay.
When I suppose give me a word of early bed. Oh.
You first me come.
Excuse me, because you are the host. If you're
Well,
not the
Who,
host,
who told you? Who told you? I was here all this while. I don't even want
don't
to
mind her.
appear.
who is talking? Somebody that we're not
I
even.
was even the one. I was even the one telling Constance. Wasn't I? Constance, wasn't I the
I
one?
have
Was
been here before you
My
started.
dear, you are the one. Don't mind her.
Mhm.
Oh, they will not even
See
see.
her face. She's looking for what to do now. If not fight, make she fight.
Her phone don't fall.
Her way now.
Hey,
Even
this my stars just giving me joy now. Oh my God, Lord, you're so wonderful. Constance, what's going on now? Why not starting?
I already did now. I already made the introduction. We are waiting for others to join us so we can
We
introduce
should
our
just
list.
start now. We should just start. Cora, Mary,
You said this your what is giving you, you have a lot of stars.
yes. So
Don't
somebody
mind
give me
her.
100 stars now.
Oh,
That's
good.
all this I've been giving to you. The day I asked you for my star. Hey God. Let me comment my reserve.
I,
Once
come
in
on, come, constant. I know the support people. Oh. I don't understand. You don't come talk to village people.
Once Facebook monetize, I'll leave Facebook.
Okay.
Whoa! Thank you,
Oh my
Elizabeth.
goodness. Can you recognize Mel? Hey, Smell is
Can you
blinking.
see this beautiful lady?
Hello,
Hala.
beautiful Mel.
Sorry.
You know,
I
Sorry,
could
I'm a
not
little
recognize
busy.
you anymore.
Mel will always tell us that, guys, I'm not just a fitness mama. I am too much. The model herself. Nah, me give it out to Mel. See her now.
That's
My head got
so
big. My
See
head
her.
got so far. My head
See
got
her.
so far.
The
dear.
hair is so sweet.
You know,
Hello,
see the do hair, you
Oyo.
know, represent now. So
Oh
I dey
my!
try, I dey
No,
try.
this woman. Look at where she is, and still she came on live. Chai.
Oh, yo.
Hi. Later. How are you
Oh
guys,
yeah.
please?
We're fine.
Think I cover my
Pretty
mouth
mama.
before
Oh,
they
yo,
do
baby.
She's
come,
wearing face
man.
mask.
How are you guys?
Oh, yo,
I
baby.
We are
can't even
doing
see
fine,
myself
and
with this
you?
map.
We are seeing you. Don't worry.
Can you please remove it?
Thank you
Well, I
very
know
much,
it
guys.
make
Are
I
you in
come
the
out here. The
hospital?
noise is too much.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Are you in
I'm
the
at the
hospital?
hospital.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so let me step outside.
That's true.
As well.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are
Okay.
seeing.
Hey, man. Somehow I hot to audio. It's too hot. Okay, guys. Hi,
Now,
ladies.
wow.
Sorry I'm coming
Your,
late.
ho- your, your own hotness is not to compare with UAE. Ask anybody. Here is, we are in oven. We are in oven.
I dash you now.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, me. I need that. I need that son. No.
Tony,
Are
are
you
we two
serious?
here? When we, as in, I don't know where we are. Like it is extremely
No,
hot here.
no, we are in
Extremely hot.
oven. Ask anybody. It's not non-comparable. Go to Google.
Yes.
Google will tell you that GCC country is now we are hot cake. Now
Wow.
we dey fry.
People are frying like eggs.
Let me tell you, even the heat, even the if you go outside, the breeze is hot. The breeze.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's Dubai's weather.
And if you see the way you were black, you will like it so much.
You avoid going
Constance.
out.
Constance.
Mm.
What is going
We,
on? Are we starting?
yeah, they just came, so they are doing introduction. So when they're ready, we
Are we
start.
doing the introduction?
You guys don't know how hot it is.
Over to
She was
you.
telling
Okay,
us
let's
how
I
hot
get
beg, I
serious.
beg, we are
so
catching
we are
up
waiting
with
for her
each
to
other.
finish.
Mm. This our
All
constant
right,
funny woman.
Thank you so
all
much,
right,
Philip.
all right,
Thank you so
all
much.
right.
See now, my people, their data they finished, so they've been waiting here since now.
No go now, your people they wait. All these your people, your village people, I
Because
know
they
they
are
see them.
extremely birds.
At
Once you
the
get
end of the day, you can't even see them say anything. Please
no,
let them be talking.
They
they're
are
always
talking now, but you cannot hear them. Can you hear them?
yeah,
Their eyes is
they
not fun.
always drop their
It's not, but it's just that
contribution.
she will be the one to see it. You
I
won't be
don't
able to see
understand.
it.
I don't understand, Nikki. You and this your people. I don't understand.
Welcome to see.
Sonia, appreciate the people, okay? Appreciate the people.
Once you go live, they will all be here waiting. See, you when they come
Let
late.
them wait.
I am host.
This is
Host, I
where
am
the host.
over to
Since we
you.
are
Official mood
All
introducing
right,
activated.
ourselves.
all right, all right.
Official
Let's
mood activated.
up.
Over to you.
Wahala dey.
I am the host for today. Understand? Constance is the host. So Tonya, pack your one side. Okay. Oyoyo, good evening.
How are you, sis?
So this one
I'm
you are
fine.
greeting is special greeting. This one we have been
Yes.
talking here.
I don't know. Ask them.
Hello, everyone. Good
No, see,
evening.
Constant, don't let Nikki finish you
Another
this night.
live stream
Somebody has already
of
asked you guys
ladies
questions.
of hot topics. You guys are all welcome. And as the host today, my name is Madusim Chine Constance. And my YouTube channel is Constance Space. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based here in Dakar, Senegal. And in my channel, I create content on family, lifestyle, food, vlogs, story times, and so many other interesting activities. So, guys, I am one of the ladies of Hot Topic, and today we are talking about red flag in marriages, when to quit. And our case study for today is Funke, Akindele, and Chacha AK. Like, we want to know what's going on. What exactly is the problem? Like, I see marriage as something that is beautiful. So when all these people that we assumed are perfect and their marriages are sweet, and they now come and say they are going their separate ways, then all I keep asking myself, what went wrong? What is going on? So today I have my co-host with me. So I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves before we dive into the topic of today. Thank you guys for joining us. So Sister Choma Nikki, you can introduce yourself.
She says, Sister Shoma. Man, don't worry. This is because my hand cannot stretch to where you are. Don't worry. I know how to beat you now. Hey, hello everybody. How are you all doing today? You're welcome once again to our to the
What's actually going on? We are not hearing anything.
myself. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Automatic mute. Hey. Okay, this is Nikki Somi Ogom, guys, and you're welcome once again to our today's ladies of hot topic, sharing our own popular opinions. I'm Nikki Somi Ogom, and all my social media handle is the same because I always wanted to have the same. But my YouTube name still remains Nikki Deep Global, which I will change in no time. And also my Facebook page is also Nikisomi Ogom. And you all are welcome. We are all here to deliberate on this issue of what is going on. We don't know what is really going on, but we can at least say some things, give our own opinion, why you also contribute to the topic of today. Make I not talk too much before I cut my tongue. I beg, my name na Nikki Somi Ogom. Una welcome. Thank you. Sister Chineye, I'm done.
I
Sister
don't know
Chineye,
the one they will give me. If you me
So
too.
Tonya, over to you. Let's
they call you
hear.
number name.
Okay.
What
Hello, ladies.
7 principles of
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's still your girl, you. Yeah. This is Australia's family. You are looking at here, you see is absence. We talk about everything about the heart, matters of the heart. You choke. So if you want to come around, please visit this YouTube channel, Australia's family. That is where everything that touches the soul, everything about love is being explained, and tackled. Okay, so visit our channel. We are here in United Arab Emirates. Okay, guys, and we look forward for you people to click on the red button, follow this channel. You will not regret it. For this an amazing family, we welcome everybody and we love you all. Peace. Join us as we do this today. We've been doing it. We do it every Thursday. Anytime you join us, you will always get something. And God bless you as you stay with us. Over to you, Constance.
Okay, I think Oyoyo is not here. Mel, over to you.
All right. So my name is Mel Octavia Cora. I'm a content creator and I have 5 channels: fitness, trending gist, and more. Keep a date with us, the ladies of Hot Topics, as we do not have any topic that we don't discuss. So feel free to check us out and give us your opinion If we're discussing something and you want us to talk about maybe a topic that we've not even thought of, feel free to drop a comment in any of the ladies' channel where you see our faces, okay? We will respond and tackle it. Thank you so very much for joining us on this episode. Over to you, host.
So guys, you guys have heard our my co-hosts. So today we are talking about red flag and marriages, and we are using Funke, Akindele, and Chacha AK as a case study. And first and foremost, let's start with Chacha AK. You know, some time
Sorry,
ago,
sorry, host. Sorry, host. Since Oyoyo is not here, maybe you should introduce her. Then we begin. You
you
should
think
help
so?
do the introduction for her since she's not available.
Okay, okay.
The
Oh,
fifth,
you
yeah.
is available.
There she go. If
Oh, yeah,
your
yeah, over
turn.
to you.
Mhm. Uh-uh. Please, host, can you help Oyoyo, please? Just do
Maybe
a
she
little
can. She
introduction
cannot.
about
Okay.
her.
Maybe she cannot talk right now. So let's quickly do that. Then the host can continue. The fifth person here is a little bit busy today. Family stuff. We're all moms and we have other things to handle. So we have Oyoyo's World. She is the owner of two channels here on YouTube, Oyoyo Ndoke's Kitchen and Oyoyo's World. Feel free to check her out. And she is also a lawyer. Thank you very much. Over to you, host.
All right, thank you, Mel, for the introduction. You have done well. So, guys, as we are saying, today we are talking about this topic, marriage. So, as this topic is red flag and marriages, and we are using our two celebrities, our two known celebrities, as a case study. And the first person is Chacha AK. And like I said initially, a long time ago, she came out and made a video saying she was going to quit her marriage, that enough is enough, that she wants to come out with her life and all that. And later on, we heard she said, or the family said, or the husband said, or she said too on the sick bed, that is that she's suffering from bipolar disorder. That this is something that happens to her whenever she's pregnant, and that was accepted by every other person. But me personally, I felt something was wrong somehow. Now again, she's out and she also made a post saying she's quitting the marriage. It's better for her to come back to her life and all that. So I was even thinking now, okay, are they going to say it's bipolar disorder again? And after that first declaration of her coming out of her marriage, I noticed there was some kind of changes from her. She was not making it look like her marriage was so perfect, posting, going for photo shoots every week, like trying to paint this perfect marriage and this perfect home. But that is not the way forward or the way out. And you can see in this post she just made recently, she's saying sorry to us for living a lie, for pretending and all that. Now I ask myself, was it actually necessary? Is it necessary? Like, must you make us feel like you are in a perfect relationship? Must you make us feel like your marriage is perfect? And this is the problem we are having in our society today. Because in some marriages, like, they are fine, they are okay, like they are just fine. And when they see other people's marriage, they feel like maybe they are lacking behind, or some wives will think that their husbands are not doing enough. Can't you see her? Can't you see how the husband is taking care of her? Can't you see that? You understand? So, and your husband on his own part might be trying his best, but because that person has painted her marriage to look perfect on the social media, you think maybe yours is worse, or you are not getting what you are supposed to get in that marriage, which is not true. So I'm actually very angry, or should I say sad, that she even said that we should forgive her for living a lie. So now I ask myself, how many families has she deceived? Like, how many people has she made feel this inferior complex, that maybe they're not getting much in their marriage, or their marriage is not as perfect as Chacha Ike? You understand? And this is why we are saying that we shouldn't believe whatever we see on social media. Most of these are not real. Just believe in yourself and believe in whatever you are doing, and make sure you are doing it well. Don't think maybe, because at the end of the day, personally myself, let me just talk about myself. Like, I feel I'm just fine. Like, I feel if you have this feeling of nobody is better than you, or nobody is doing it better than you, I think you'll be fine. You understand? Like being that contentment, like being okay with yourself. Like even if you want something good, I'm not saying don't admire anything good you see, work towards it. If it comes, fine. If it doesn't come, fine. Don't kill yourself over what you have seen on social media because you want to be like that person, or you want to make us believe your marriage is perfect. So although I have a lot to say concerning this issue, so I'm going to allow my co-host to ship in some of their opinions on this particular topic. Then we are going to move on to Funke Akindele. Though I'm just saying about her, so I don't know what is really going on her own part. So Nikki, over to you.
Okay, guys. This topic, I don't even know where to start from. But at the end of the day, just as we know that let's say that marriage is an institution whereby two people, as a matter of fact, you don't even stop studying yourselves until you leave this earth. But sometimes it's a pity that these two parties, these two adults in this marriage, sometimes I feel like maybe one is expecting more from another, and sometimes one can as well decide to, okay, if you're expecting more from me, let me try to do what you actually want me to do. But at the end of the day, it seems the person isn't even trying at all. So, in this case, as in marriages today, is really scary because number one is that we don't even know where the issues are coming from. Is it the monetary part of it? Is it just like somebody I saw somebody where somebody wrote that two male cannot get married, as in two male cannot be in marriage. So in the sense that the lady, they work too much and then now they start feeling like they are man of the house or things like that. But if you ask me, I wouldn't say that it's because they work too much. Seriously, I wouldn't say it's because they work too much. Any lady can be. Come on now. If you marry a wife that works very well, and I mean working to help the family is a plus. Is a plus to you. You understand? But the only issue now is if the woman now start feeling like a boss because of this thing of I'm a woman, I can take care of myself, I can do anything, I can do that one and that one, and then you feel like okay, you and the man, you have the same fat on a shoulder, now don't they reach together, yeah. So but the thing is that marriage is a very wide thing. If we don't understand ourselves in marriage cannot work. If somebody is being so selfish, like I know only myself, like I just want to be fine, I just want to do this one, I know others, I of a thing in marriage, that is another thing that destroy marriages. And also, if two people get into marriage, yeah, let's say especially those celebrities, you understand, you know that those celebrities, their job is very demanding. When you're single and you're doing all those things, is a different thing. When you get married is another different thing. You might be just like okay, let me use myself as an example. When I was in marriage, yeah, my kid's father, when he wasn't married, used to work round the clock. Then you don't have anybody at home. You can, as a matter of fact, you can even sleep at your workplace, because number one, you're not rushing home to meet anybody, or you're not even going home to do anything. You understand? You can decide, you can work as much as you want. But I believe that once you get married, if you're working 10 hours before you got married, then you have to now you know that 10 hours now has to be divided, because you definitely have to give somebody out there, either you give your family 2 hours or 3 hours, and then give your job 7 hours. But a situation whereby you are doing all this job as a single person and then you get married, nothing changes. You still give your work the same time you were giving to it when you were single, then definitely there will be issue. You can never expect to have a happy home. It's not possible. I mean, it's very, very, very impossible to have a happy home in that kind of situation, because then we now see it as you being selfish. just knowing yourself alone. Sometimes they'll say, but somebody has to work now just so that they can take care of the family, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not all about that. The time you give to those people, they will value it more than whatever money you want to give to them. So when it comes to all the celebrity stuff and all that, we might not really know the real issue, but sometimes, probably, maybe, it's because of this time of a thing. You don't create time for us. Every minute of the day you're on the road. If you're not traveling to Abuja, you're traveling to Port Harcourt. If you're not traveling to Port Harcourt, you're traveling to China. If you're not going to China, you're going to UK. So what time do you have for us? You understand? So that little time they actually have, they will use it to create Romeo and Juliet time to give us on social media to see. But we don't know what is going on behind. So let me stop here for the moment. It is actually a very wide discussion, which most of us here already have experience of things that happens when it comes to marriage. But let's hear that opinion while we continue. Thank you, guys. And I have also, sorry guys, I have very, very good questions here that somebody is dropping for us. So maybe later I can be bringing out one we want for us to answer. Just the last one he said here, and I said, how long should you try to make a marriage work? So, but let's continue and then we can answer the questions later.
Okay, Tonya, over to you. Let's hear what.
All right. All right. Welcome to you all. Thank you so much, Constance. What we are talking about is about a family issue, because this family you're seeing, it doesn't have an equation on its own. It's something that you make it up the way you want, the way it favors you. You don't have a particular equation that says 5/6 it must give you 5/8, or 5/8 it must come out 5/6. It's the way you handle it, the way you follow it, that is the way it's gonna come out. Okay, what am I saying in essence? This family, whenever you have this red light to stop, whenever something is going wrong, you must know. And that is when it takes time to know those vital signs. Those signs tells you stop, move. But most of us doesn't take time to know, take time to verify what's really going on. When is it time for me to stop? About this particular actress you people are talking about, Chacha and all that, I haven't had my time to even look into their matter, because all these Amiibo channels, they are all here. They knows what is going on, and I'm facing my examination for this past few weeks, and I'm still yet to finish. I haven't even finished. So on this process of Chacha, I always know Chacha as someone that had been trying so well to cover up her family, not to let anyone know what is going on. Sometimes it will be so fatal that people will know. It will be exposed even in the social media. But most times she tries to be like, I have recovered. It's nothing. It is a spiritual attack. It's from the village. My village people is after me. This, that. Nobody, no village people is after you. Just one thing for sure you need in family is just to find out where and what exactly is going on. What is hitting you? Where is it hitting you from? Because most of the time, it's what we know and we don't want to accept is what is killing us. Family is something that whenever you are going in any direction that is not good, you are supposed to know. And if you take time, you will know when it's the right is speaking. But if you don't take time, you will never know it. You will just go into that, wallowing up and down, saying what people will say, what is gonna happen if I actually do it. Like Chacha, if Chacha leaves, everybody will be like on air. Everybody will be like, but this lady has been seeing a lot and she's been covering it up, and it goes often and often, on and off. ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Most times we see her as she's okay. She's getting herself now. She goes to studio. She takes her family along. She brings out herself at the social media for everybody to understand that it's all well. Small time, in a little while, you will see it ping pong. It will change immediately again. So she's trying to cover up, and she's dying in silence, and she doesn't know how to handle it, and she's trying to get that pride, that personality that she has been. But if she can do what she's supposed to do, she's supposed to know when it is okay for her, and when it's time to leave, and when it's time to stop whatever that is troubling her. That is one thing we're supposed to know about family. Family doesn't have any equation. If it's suiting you, if you are the type of, because most of we women, some of us likes bullying. Yes. Some of us likes it even when it's going up bad. Some even is not comfortable when the man is being the man, when the woman is being the woman. Some are so comfortable because you are not seeing any quarrel. If everybody is good and the good and the good, you will go and still be looking. What is wrong? This person is too good now. When the person is bad, you will still say this person is bad now. Now, if the person is good and good and good, you will still see some women trying to drag it down for them to see what the man will do, or for them to get that quarrel. So it's something that a school that my mom usually say that it's a school that when you enter, you know the one that is good. You use your hand to know the equation that is stable and it's okay for you, and follow it. And when the equation is no longer working for you, you go on your knees. And when your knees is no more helping you, you take the rightful decision and quit it one side. Because once there is life, there is hope. That is all I have to say for now. Constance, okay.
All
Constantly.
right. Okay.
Okay, Oyoyo is here. Oyoyo, over to you. So sorry, guys.
Okay. I'm gonna make it brief, at least for now, because I'm out and my battery is very low. I want to thank all of you for holding forth, and thank you so much, Mel, for the introduction. I appreciate. And all the people in the audience watching us today. Thank you guys for always coming to watch us. So, what I'm going to say here regarding to the red flag, we all know that today's marriage is no longer like the marriage of our parents, when endurance was the order of the day, when patience was a virtue. Now, patience is no longer a virtue to the new generation. Any small thing, any small provocation, they're already screaming to the rooftop. But having said that, Chacha living or making those statements is a very personal thing. And he knows exactly, I mean, she knows exactly what she's talking about. If she needs medical help, she should leave the marriage and get medical help. People back home in Nigeria, they don't understand. When you said I have mental health, they will think you're already crazy, mad, running mad, wearing the back of your clothes, drawing boom, 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 boom in the marketplace. That is not. It's not all about mental health. Is depression, is anxiety. You understand? For the fact that you're struggling with something, you're looking for a job, you don't find a job, depression sets in. That's mental health. Mental health can come from the fact that you don't know where your next meal is coming from. And then if you keep piling up, it can generate to something else. Your brain is not setting well. So once we hear that, the person needs to get help. As far as I'm concerned with Chacha, she needs to get help. And the help she needs to get is leaving that environment. Because if you have some cuckoo going on in your head, you could think it's the next person sitting beside you that is the problem. Maybe the house is the problem. So when you leave that environment, that's why people go on rehabs. When you leave that environment, it will give you the guys. I'm going off again. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having calls, so I'm gonna make you quick. So it gives you the opportunity to think as far as Chacha is concerned. And also all the will I say false narrative they are feeding to their social media that is leading to for people to talk. You know your marriage is not working. You come and be telling us dancing, singing together, deceiving your audience, and then the next week you're telling us you're divorcing. I mean, it doesn't it doesn't sound right. I was asking my brother. My brother is in town too because of my sister's surgery. So I was asking my brother, do you know that Funke Akindele is and her husband they've split? He says split what? Then why wouldn't they split? Why wouldn't they split? When if they eat gare in their house, they will come on social media and say. If they drink wine, they will come on social media and say. You understand that? How do you expect them not to split? That's a man's perspective. And then the next thing he told me that this is the reason I keep advising young men like me. Make sure your foot or your feet or whatever is strong on the ground before you get to marry anybody. Make sure you can foot your bills. Make sure you have something doing. You can take care of your finances. So that it's not when you get into the marriage, they will say because you are overspending. And now said, okay, that's a fact. And then for them, they should be able to make inquiries. When you're now a celebrity, a big celebrity, a little research will not hurt. Find out what worked for celebrity AYZ overseas, how they were able to manage their resources together and still stay married. You can't come to a situation like that. You now leave your finances open and you say, I love you, sweetheart. Marriage is supposed to be two come together and join one, right? So that other person might be thinking, my wife's properties are my properties. My wife's money is my one. My money is my wife's money. They need to find a way to separate finances, you understand, from their marriages. And that will help them make a very good U-turn to whatever is happening to Funke. We all know it boils down to he was squashing my money and she wants to assert some authority. She already got the authority. People say she's rude to a lot of people that worked under her, to her spouse. That's their personal problem. But because they're already feeding the social media with all the good side, now they can continue to hide because maybe the man already started checking one girl somewhere. So that before social media will come and carry him, that is already spotted with one chick. Let me come out and tell you guys that for the past 3 months, we haven't been together. So the bottom line is marriage is a good thing, okay? But it's not a do or die affair. If it's not working, know when to leave. Like I said before, patience these days is no longer a virtue. It was a virtue when my mother was in the shows they called marriage. You understand? So we should be able to figure out how to manage the marriage, how to make it work. When I mean how to make it work, okay. If this is going to become a problem, let's have
Yeah,
a
exact. You're sorry to cut it short. It's like you're what you're about to say now. You're about to answer somebody's question here. He said, "How do you save a dying marriage?" I guess that's yeah.
yeah, they can still save it, assuming the Funke story did not make the headlines 3 months ago. What they would have done, they come on the table. That's why Oyibo people sign prenup now. We all know these things. Celebrities, they sign prenup. My business is separate from my marriage. You get it? My finances is separate from this marriage. You come and you live with what you brought in. You understand? You're not coming to take from me. Those are simple ways to make things work. Okay, honey, you know what? Since we're having problem with the marriage, let's bring this business. You have 40%, you have 60%. So you have higher shares than me. Okay, in that case, how do we share profit? If we're going to share profit, it's still going to be 40-60. So if you want to squash your 60, squash your 60. If I want to squash my 40, I will squash my 40. So that you separate finance from your marriage. Remember, there are two different things. But when we don't know limits, you give your husband the business authorization to withdraw money. It's supposed to be two people must write the check. If it's an ATM withdrawal, it's supposed to be we have separate accounts on the ATM so you know what to write. They should figure out those simple things and a little research, like I said. Okay, this is what is causing crisis for me. And another news said that Funke was found cheating. We can't verify any of those. People are just speculating on nonsense on the social media. Because we cannot verify, let's stop with what we know, what the man said. That's what we have. That's the fact. They can still revive this marriage if they want to. But for Chacha needs to leave the home as soon as ASAP, soon as possible, so that she can find healing. Separation does not mean they are divorced. They can just separate, let her recover. If they are gonna come back, let them come back. She should not die in the process. That's just my take. Camera going to be can ndị ọcha ma fa ebe a na-ekili m. Ndị ochie ndị ọcha fathers
Thank
six of
you
them
so much,
na-ekili m.
Oyoyo.
Ka m tọọ n'ọkụ na afụfa.
Thank you so much, Oyoyo. Hello, Nemuzo, welcome. Mahabuli Islam, welcome. Lamin Sal, welcome. You guys are welcome. Thanks for joining us today. So we are going to move over to trendy gist. Mel, let's hear from you and let's see what you have to say.
Okay, wow, this is deep, but I will start by saying celebrity marriage and a regular marriage like ours, we here, we're not celebrities, or we're going to be someday, but we're not there yet, right? So their marriages and ours is different. Being
Wait, Mel,
wife,
wait. Mel, wait. As I hot rich like this, I know be celebrity.
We let me even reach yourself, I dey tell you.
sometimes look, Mickey, sometimes I don't envy them. You know why?
Envy for waiting now.
As a regular person, you have time to think. You have time to sit back and reflect on your life. But most of these celebrities, they live in their own bubble. There's something I do. I watch most of them Nollywood. When they talk, you can tell if you listen to what they say in their videos and when they write comments in other people's posts and things like that, you notice that some of them, they've lost touch with reality. They now live in that bubble of they are acting a movie that they feel like they cannot differentiate between when we're acting and reality. So I feel like things like that.
I agree. Mel, I disagree. You know why I disagree, eh? If they can still relate with their children, know that this is 8 a.m. I have to get them ready for school. Their brain is still working.
No,
If they can still remember.
oh yeah, their brain is working in terms of this is my child, but when it comes to the marriage, is their brain still working? Probably because a child is something that is really precious, but people feel like marriage, after all, if wars come to wars, I beg make it end. But do you want to say if wars come to wars, I will throw away my picking? You will not say that, right? Except somebody that is totally crazy that's supposed to be in the psychiatric hospital.
They should be able to like figure it out. It's just that I don't think they want to make that extra effort that ordinary person like me will make. But
that's why I'm saying that their marriage is celebrity marriage and the marriage of a regular person is not the same. It all boils down to when you get to a level where a whole lot of people look up to you, a whole lot of people are cheering for you, even when you're doing the wrong thing. You now start feeling like even that wrong thing you're doing is right. And most of our celebrities, they are victim of this. They feel like, okay, we can never do wrong because we are celebrities. And everybody, you must answer to me because I'm a celebrity. You know, they start seeing themselves as some type of God and all of that. You understand my point? So me and you now, let's say we have issues in our home with our partner or whatever the case may be, we're able to sit back and say, okay, is it my fault? If it is, I'm sorry, you know. But some of them are like, why should I apologize? Me that I have 1 million followers on Instagram, 2 million followers on Facebook, 100 million followers on this. Do you get? You know, so this whole celebrity status make them feel like they are not in this planet called Earth. That's why I said they are in their own bubble. A regular person will quickly admit they are wrong and try to see what to do. While a celebrity, do you know who I am? You know me. You know what I can do. Don't you know I know the commissioner of police? I can arrest you. Don't you know I know the president? I can call Mohammed Buhari. His number is in my phone. You get all those kind of, you start feeling pompous. And how can marriage or relationship, even your relationship with your friends, don't you see them, even friends to friends, don't you see how they quarrel and they fight dirty online? How many regular friends fight like that? The way these people will fight and bring everything online. And why do you feel that you need to post photos when you're kissing your husband? You post it. When the two of you are laying down in bed, you post it. Like, what is that? Why do we need to see that? Like, is there somebody?
Let me come in on this one because it's a trending gist. I will know you are trending us now. Come, we are into matters of the heart. Anything that touches the heart, that is what we are portraying. So if I happen to be bringing where I kiss my husband, when it happens to have a problem, I will still be able to bring it because you are in-laws. You have to
No,
tackle it.
Ostonia, get my point. Okay, I'm not saying that it is wrong for someone to post that, but when you are faking it, if you will post when you're kissing your husband, then post when you people are also quarreling.
Exactly.
Because there are people
I
that are
see it all the
single that
time.
look up
Like
to you as a
seriously.
role model that are not married yet. We're talking about teenagers, young girls, young boys that look up to you as a celebrity. Because once you're a celebrity, you're totally someone that people call you, this is my role model. Me, nobody be my role model.
But
You get
Mel,
so
let
for
me
those
say, let me say something. I think it's high time people stopped looking at onto people as role models.
As
it's
role
not going to
model.
stop Oyoyo. Oyoyo, it will not stop when people are presenting this angelic, perfect life. No, it's
No,
not going to stop.
no. See, it's longer truth and greed that will make somebody look onto somebody else as role model. Let's assume my mother is in the village and she's trying to make ends meet. I will not look at the suffering she has suffered to get me to where I am as my role model because she does not have it, right? Then I'll go and look for one person that I didn't know who made her. I say, oh, you're my role model. That's fake life, 110%. It's
Because
high
they've
time.
glamorized the fake life, they've made it look so attractive and enticing. So people tend to fall towards that. But if you remember, many years back, our role models were our parents,
Yeah, that's what I'm
not
saying. That's
somebody
what
we see on
evolve.
TV. But then those people we used to see on TV, I believe they knew that where the line, where to draw the line. Likes of, let's say, Joker Silver, Onyeka Onwenu. I can mention so many of them. Hilda Doku,
Yeah.
but these people, they don't come and show you, oh, I'm doing this with my partner. We're doing this. So we went to the UK the other day to eat pizza and we took the next flight back to Nigeria. They don't do this nonsense. You see them spraying dollars, pounds. When they talk, you hear wisdom, you hear sense. How many of these other people do you see sense in anything they say? Like when I say people like, you people are being rude, I say, I'm just stating the fact. If they're allowed to post those stuff, then I'm allowed to also analyze what they post. So I don't believe
Yeah, they bring out things for us
the
to see.
line is now blurry. So in their homes, I believe they still carry this shoulder of, and you can imagine if both of them are entertainers and they always marry entertainer. So big shoulder, who will
Like,
bend
I
down for
feel
who?
like when they marry those people, that the ones that will understand them better. I think that's the reason they.
That's what they think. But I think the second thing is they want to marry a name that is known. They don't want to marry regular person. We just stay, like say who be the husband, no, you get. So everybody wants to connect to that person, a producer, a movie director, and this one and that one. So it's someone in the society or a politician or something. So at that point, everybody has their shoulder high up like this. Nobody's coming down for anybody. Nobody wants to apologize. Who wants their 1 million fans on Instagram to know that they said sorry to their partner? Because that will now make all the 1 million Instagram followers to disappear. So with this type of mentality they have, that's why their own marriages, I feel, is more difficult. Then you hear people saying, me, I'm afraid of getting married. If you go online, you hear a lot of young people that are single people that are not married saying it. And I'm like, don't look at the marriage of celebrities and use it to judge everybody, because some persons still know what is right and the right thing to do. But some of them don't. And in the case of Chacha, first of all, Chacha and Tonto Dike are two people that I see. I cannot put them in the same. They look like people when they smoke igbo, and when they go high, they do anyhow.
But I think
Yes,
that
I
Chacha
said,
is a very cool girl.
which cool? Where you cool?
No,
Chacha not cool
no,
anything.
no.
Chacha is far from cool. That Chacha is not cool. But
Mel, sorry for cutting you. Do you know Chacha is someone that I don't really understand her. You know why I say so? There was a time she had a YouTube channel. She stopped making up. She started dressing like an old woman. She was saying a lot on that video. Like, I don't know what's up with her then. Because before then, she was making up, dressing fine. Later on, she started tying her head, dressed like an old woman, making videos, saying a lot of things, stop making up. All of a sudden, again, she's changed back to who.
I think that's when I think she has issue. That's why I said she and Tonto Dike, they act like people that smoke igbo. What I mean is like there's something going on. Like, sometimes they're losing it. So I think that there might be an atom of truth that Chacha is going through bipolar disorder, that she has something, because you can see her personality. changing. Sometimes she's all bubbly, all full of life, all jumping and everything. And then some other times she's a kind of way and all of that. Tonto Dike, 1 minute she's preaching, the other time she's talking about Bola and insulting this one and that one. So so when you see the two of them, you're like, okay, we don't know. Whichever you
So
give us,
all of
we
a sudden he became a very good Christian. Now again she has come back to her. I don't understand.
No, no, it can happen. I know there was a time I became a very good Christian, as you all can say. I stopped wearing earrings.
You see, I've been
I stopped,
watching this.
I stopped
It's
making out.
trending gist. Baby girl, you are looking charming. I've been watching you and Nikki, go girl, and Constance. In fact, I think I'm the only one. In fact, oh,
What
I
are you saying now?
you look good. What do you mean? What do you mean you're the only one?
no,
What?
no.
Are you stopping for this
I'm going to
bipolar now?
next one now. I'm going to sit up,
Are you stopping
turtle
for the
up,
bipolar
put
now?
on my
She
skirt.
did.
I'm always nice, sweet in goggles. I'm going to start coming out
All right, go
beautiful.
buy your own Google. Buy
Hmm.
your Google. Google
Okay,
your product.
I think we have somebody dropping a lot of questions.
Okay. Read out some of the
Read
questions
out
so
the
we can
question.
Dropping
answer.
really intelligent questions here, and I believe he should be waiting for our answers. Okay, I
All
think
right.
I'll start from the bottom because if I start scrolling up now, so he was like, "What are the roles of a wife in marriage?"
But I'm not seeing all these
I
things.
am going to
I'm not
answer
seeing
that.
it.
This
I
I'm
only
on
see.
my Facebook
Person
page.
She's
I'm
reading
reading.
from Facebook.
Okay.
They are
So the
watching
person
you guys.
asking
They
this
are watching you
question
guys.
now. Nikki, before
Hmm.
I say something, Lamin Sal say I love Nikki.
Uh-uh. Which
If
Nikki?
you don't marry,
Oh, oh, that means so. Are you single?
Yeah, he's a celebrity, I guess.
Marriage
So
So
girl.
before you
girl,
start to change your voice,
nigga.
the lamy picture, profile picture, not there. Oh.
mad girl. I said, are you single?
Let's know now. Can you be a husband material?
Okay. Nikki, let me answer that question. He said, what is the role of a wife in the home,
Wife.
Abby? Is that what he said?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
You know, sometimes we have this African mentality, you understand? Of which, if you ask me, like Oyoyo said, I think those days our parents were doing it and it was working for them. But this our computer age, we have, we now have a different system that we apply in marriage, you understand? Which is not bad either. You know, a marriage of today, to me, I still feel a home belongs to a woman. I still feel a woman makes a home. You understand? But at the end of the day, I feel the man and the woman should work hand in hand to make it work. You
Bam,
understand? Like,
bam.
let's not have that mentality of the kitchen belongs to the woman. When the child is good, is the father's child, and when the child is bad, is the fault of the woman.
Yes.
I believe in a marriage, let's not say it's the duty of the woman to always cook the meal. You understand? Because I think the mentality now is what is causing the problem now. Because at the end of the day, women now are out like a woman too can work, a woman too can have an office, a woman too can do business, and a woman too. And that's where the problem comes because our men still have that mentality of those days that woman should stay at home and take care of my children, woman should stay in the kitchen. You understand? Which is not what is as in phone, everything has changed now. And when it changes, everything should also change with it. You understand? So when it comes to a home, you understand, first and foremost, a woman should keep her home by doing all she's supposed to be doing with the support of her husband. You understand? Let's keep that mentality of a woman should always do this, a woman should always do that. For example, now on a Saturday, now a man is at home watching the television, and let's say she has a toddler with her, a baby, and after breastfeeding, she can't leave that baby on the floor. She needs someone to help her carry the child, and it's just she and the man at home. You know, some men will be like, please, I don't have the strength, I don't have the time for this child's disturbance. You want the woman, and she's, for example, maybe she's cooking in the kitchen. You want her to carry the baby like this with one hand and be cooking with the other hand, when you can actually support her by holding the child until she finishes. You understand? That is marry a man and woman working. I know, okay, she's in the kitchen, she's cooking the meal for both of you, but some marriage, I'm telling you what, as in, I'm telling you this in first hand. Like, you see the man, they'll be like, ah, please, I cannot carry her, I cannot carry him. He cries a lot. He keeps on watching the television. The woman will not carry that bag the child, or carry the child with one hand and cook with one hand. This is where the problem comes. And the woman will be cooking the food. She will not be eating and start murmuring, you can never help me, foolish man. That, you see where the problem is coming from. But when we know what we are supposed to do at the right time and at any point in time, I don't think there'll be any problem. You understand? So, like, let me answer that question now. It's gone are those days when
Let me
you
see,
say a
let
woman
me
should clean the house, a woman should do this, a woman should
let
do
me read
that.
what
That is
let me
the
read
role
what
of
he
a
wrote.
woman.
Can you hear me? Let me
Yeah.
read what he wrote. He said, "The role of a wife in a marriage is essential to bring positivity and keep the family stronger. Husbands need love, compassion, care, respect, and support from their better half to push their limits and achieve life goals. Your love and encouragement can be his power."
Okay.
But if you ask me, a woman who is not happy in marriage cannot give those things.
Thank you.
Can't even give love, can't even give encouragement.
Exactly.
The thing is, is it a man that asked that question? I'm
Yes,
suspecting.
yes.
The role of a woman is to build a home. Okay, the
Thank you.
woman is the pillar, but you cannot build when you're building. Someone is breaking and tearing down. It has to work hand in hand. So, coming to say the role of a woman, what the person wrote later to say is to support and this. No, no, no. You cannot be a negative man that everything that concerns you oozes negativity. You're causing frustration to your wife. You don't support her in any way, and then you expect her to be the pillar, because even if she is being the pillar, doing the job that God gave her to do, you will not see it because you are a negative person and your job is to destroy all her efforts. So it has to be 50-50. You have to also work, let her also work in order to get that 100%. If only one person is doing it, at a point it gets tiring. And then she might just relax and say, I give up. Because you are not even trying. You're not showing any effort. Like Constance said, you want to cook, you cannot even hold the child. Now she has to cook, she has to do everything. A woman's job is 24 hours a day, no break. And you men go to your work, maybe you work 6 hours, 8 hours, how many hours, I don't know. You come back home and you act like the world has ended. But this lady has no pause. So you cannot really say the woman should support you and give you this and let the home build. If the woman, no, you have to also give something in order to get something.
Mel, this thing you're saying now, do you know why most times, like, marriage is sweet. Marriage is actually a very beautiful thing if this understanding is there. Let me give you an example. Let's have a man now that just lost his job, you understand? And for the time being, he's still looking for another job. He stays at home, maybe he goes for job hunting and then come back. Then at that point in time, the woman is now the breadwinner, the temporal breadwinner, you understand? Now she goes to the shop or she goes to the work. Sorry, she goes to work. Now, on a fateful day, she said, please, can you help me go to school and get the children from school while I go and to the market and get this? The man will say, is that not your job? Is it because I'm not at home? Because you think you're not the one bringing the money? That's why I tell you, see? You understand? Let me not go, like sometimes I like to judge two ways. You understand? And let me make sure that the woman asked politely, not being arrogant. After all, you're not doing anything. Why can't you go and do it? After I'm done, I'm not the one feeding the house. So you should do this. You are supposed to do this. If she asks politely, you understand? I see no reason why the man should refuse and now start feeling like maybe he's now under the control of the woman because he's now at home, because she's not the one providing the food. That is why she's asking her to go to school and get the kids. You understand? So I don't know. I just want, if our men can have this understanding that when you are in that as when you are in that point of, as in, how will I say this? Because English is similar.
Nikki, any more questions? So we know if we have to be
Yeah,
quick
yeah,
on this
yeah, yeah.
one. So
He
we move on.
asked a lot of questions actually. I'm
So
just trying to.
when that
Let's
point
start
of
with
time
the
arrives, you
you
should
first
know
after
how
you
to
finish.
handle all the issues. You still have time.
Okay, okay. Now he said, oh, wait. Because he was really dropping a lot of questions here. Let me see. Okay, how do you save a dying marriage? Or you answered it before she left. And then,
A dying marriage can be saved by God's grace. And if you
You.
are willing, okay, nothing else
how,
is gonna work.
okay, okay. He said this one. How do you
Let me
know? How do
how
you
to save
know?
a dying
Wait,
marriage.
Oyo has answered that. Let's skip it. Let's skip it. Oyo has
Oh,
answered that. But this one now is more kind of related to it. So he said here, how do you know if it's too late to save your marriage? If it's too late, like,
When you have given so many chances. When somebody just walk out of the marriage, people just think maybe the person wasn't patient, or the person was in a haste, or the person didn't have maybe the person was influenced by someone. You understand? For example, I have a friend. You understand? Before she walked out of the marriage, she gave the man several chances. You understand? Like believing he was going to change. You understand? So when you get to that point of you are seeing that this man is not changing, this is who he is. Like you can't even change. I used to believe that you cannot change an adult. You understand?
mhm.
And when it
Like,
gets
like
to a point
seriously,
where in your life,
contact, let me just help you in this aspect. When you talk of a man that will always say something like that, you can never change any man. It's not possible. That was a mistake I made last 16 years. I was thinking that maybe being into his life alone is going to make him to change in so many aspects of life, as in dragging him towards the route, the way I wanted him to be. It's all lies. Men change if they want, and if they love you, they
people,
suspend
actually,
from
not
certain
only
things.
men, people
Even
generally,
women,
and
even
adults,
women
yeah.
generally. Now, let me talk about men, because these men are something else.
No,
Yes,
it's not only men that are
most,
something
no,
else.
most
you
of
don't
the
Because
want to
time,
be
no,
biased.
wait, no,
Obviously,
wait,
You don't want to
there's
be
some
no,
women
most of
too.
the time,
no.
most of the time,
Ronnie, I don't
I'm not
agree.
generalizing it. I'm not
because
generalizing
we
it,
women
Ronnie, I
okay?
have
disagree.
our own
1
issues.
minute,
You understand?
No, I
one
disagree.
minute.
Sonia,
Oh,
wait. We have men watching. Now,
oh,
let
can
me
you
tell you
allow me
something.
to talk?
You have an experience with men because
Yes,
it was an ugly experience.
so bad,
I had
so
the same experience.
awful.
Yes, I had the same experience. But that's not the reason we should say that these men are something else. Women are something else as well. Have you seen a man shed tears for what a woman did
Ah,
to him?
mm.
Have you seen a man
Oh,
lament for what a
most
woman
of
did
the
to him?
time, it's always men.
No, it's not most of the time. This thing is because men don't speak out. We speak out easily.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
yeah.
understand that. We speak out easily. But those people, they keep it to themselves until you get
But have you
until
seen
you
a
have
man?
a
Wait, baby
one-to-one
girl.
encounter with them.
Have you seen a man that will tell you, if you let me finish, I will turn to the other way? Have you seen that performer?
Let me tell you,
When you are
no,
thinking
this is
that
a personal
it is
experience.
all over, I've learned
You're
my
taking
husband.
it to a
I want
personal
to be like this.
level.
I want to save my marriage. You let
No.
him finish. He will tell you, you think you have let me
Now,
finish. I am going to change to the other way.
have you seen a man that went to a 6 to 6 shift? When I mean 6 to 6 shift, 6 p.m. to the next morning 6 a.m. And when he returned back to his house, thinking he's a home, he goes into the room to sleep, and the woman goes into that room, not allowing him to sleep, pointing at his face. You don't need to sleep. You just came back. You have to do this. Have you seen that kind of thing? A man that went to work 6 p.m. in the evening till the next morning 6 a.m.
Yeah, some
and he
women are
came back
crazy.
to
Yeah,
rest. And then you
yeah.
enter the
Some
room
women are
telling me
really,
a
really, really,
Okay,
really
husband.
crazy.
The
the
worst
woman
thing
sits
that
in the
can
house.
happen to a
The
man
woman
is
sits
getting
in the
married to
house.
the
It's
wrong
not
woman.
women. I went through the same
Exactly.
through the same nonsense, but that's not
Nikki,
the reason why I
is
would
the
say that
woman
men
doing
are
something,
this.
or she stays at home?
She's doing
Sonia,
something.
Sonia, it doesn't matter. The main thing that Nick is trying to make you to
Then
understand is it
I
is
wouldn't want
humans in general. It cannot.
Okay,
It's
let
not
me tell
only
you
men.
people.
We have
generalize.
Let me tell you
crazy
people,
men. We
please.
have crazy
Let me
women.
tell you people, please.
Okay, and until you do no,
a
Nikki,
family
Nikki,
that
I just
understands
want you
each
to get
other
this
very well.
point.
Constant.
She's
Nikki,
taking it
Wait,
personal.
Nikki,
a
That's
family.
it.
I said
Mel,
Nikki,
Mel,
Touch. I want you to
Mel,
get
1
this
minute.
point. Wait,
1
I
minute.
want you to get
Eh?
this point.
A
This video
family that
we're
understands
doing it
each
in the
other very
public,
well
and we
doesn't
don't know
need
who's going to
need
come
to bully
and
each
watch
other.
it. when you say something, if there has not been, I just want to give you this point first. I will let you talk, but because we don't know who will watch our videos in the future, and we don't know what deals, what brand deals we're going to get
You
in the
shouldn't
future,
take
we
it
have to make
personal.
sure
You shouldn't
we
take
are
it
point. If you've
personal.
not done your research to have your statistic on papers showing that men in this particular realm, in this topic we're discussing, are worse than women, you cannot say these men are like this,
It's
because you've not
personal
done that
experience.
research
What
that
kind of
says
personal
80%
experience
men
is
are like that
understandable?
and 20% women are like this. Do you get my point? When
Yes.
you do the research and it says that men are more in this particular thing, then
Yeah.
you can now say we can,
Exactly.
because
I
then
don't want
if somebody comes to challenge you, you can
Tonya
point out
to
that this
generalize.
research says this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Tonya, you
That's just the
shouldn't
point.
generalize based on your own personal
Personal
experience. You
experience,
understand?
exactly.
So we women, we have our own. You understand?
Personal
We get
experience. That
our
is
own
what's
for
wrong
body.
with
Do
Tonya.
you know? I actually know of somebody that when he comes to, if you see him, you will know he's going through a lot in his house. Like that peace that he wished for is not in his home. But you know, some of them they keep swallowing it in, like they keep enjoying. Do you know why they are enjoying? I
Oh,
have I
okay,
I
okay,
have my husband
okay. Badigo just say something.
Tony,
It's
promise,
not as if I'm
hold on,
saying it's only
hold on,
men.
Sonia,
It's not
hold on.
as if I'm saying it's only
I
men.
asked
But
my
this
husband
the
when
way
he
they
was
see,
alive.
if they enter their
Sonia,
head
wait.
sometimes,
They
there is
say
some
what?
men that cannot calm down for even the family to move on. You
Sonia,
will
wait.
beg them, you will beg them, you will beg them, you will cry.
Sonia,
But
wait.
I've seen a woman too that beats the hell out of her husband. Like when
I'm
she's
coming
coming back
there.
home, the
I
thread. Like if you
asked
Talking
see
about
her,
is
if you
talking about
see
Sonia,
her,
I
when my husband was
I think
alive,
it's
eh,
rare.
I
I think
asked
it's
him
rare.
why.
you
Why
think
was the
it's
man
rare because you've
enduring?
not done that search to find out. We don't know the percentage. That's what we're just saying. We cannot say it's rare because we've not done that investigation to dig in to know. Okay, you
Mm.
I
understand?
said
And let
that
me
when
let me
my
quickly
husband
tell
was
you something.
alive,
Do you notice
I
that
asked
in
him.
this Obodoyibo, this part of Obodoyibo that I am in this Europe and like up North Pole, hotel in my back here. No one talk too much because now you people full everywhere here. Okay, he get this up. I no one mention the name of the countries. If you notice the way their husbands they treat, they go no say their husband they fear the women because of the law where they the country. You do any other, you go see any other, they go throw away you get. So their women when they or they come wash plate. The other one they say make I come out, so make her wash plate. Now say I look at them, make you call your husband, make her wash, help me wash plate for waiting. I said beg leave her. Say that's what they do it for my. I said no worry, I still do it by myself. She said make a wash plate. Oh. So do you get that point? Like make I call her somebody that is just relaxed. You know, say we now as an African that I am now. Me and they okay, we don't the event now we organize now. So now you will organize event now you go clear plate now you go wash. So already me I already clear things they watch. It doesn't concern me as an African person, not concern me concern anything anybody do. Okay, they wash so then Coco they help me they clean, the glasses, so we'll pack them back for boxes to pack them up because a lot of people will come. She said, "Man, she call husband, we sit down somewhere, they drink beer, make come wash plate too." Me, if I say an African head that they think so, and she don't already they call in, they meet already they come now. Because the class is sir, no worry. You get so with both and they see them for road, yeah, go see
And
another they push the
again,
stroller. How many of our
there are
women
some
they push
certain things
stroller?
that is being done abroad that is
You
very,
get
very good for even our people down there in Nigeria to emulate from. Something like
you see
making
I'm now, you
everybody
see
to
I'm
be
now,
in
you don't
defense
support.
status. You don't just have to fear your husband like as in he's a beast. There is a
Sonia,
respect, yes, but
Sonia,
not
if
to
that
fear.
love and understanding is there, nobody is going to fear anyone. You understand? If that woman acknowledges this man as my husband and head of the family, nobody is going to fear anyone. We're not saying you should fear and worship him, you understand? But just acknowledge that fact that okay, he is married to you. You understand? We're not saying you should be scared. Be scared of a man. If you are scared of your husband, that means you don't love him. So, like I was saying before, I said when my husband was alive, I asked him, why is this
I,
man like
you
this?
say if you don't love
Said
him,
that,
no, I
But do
don't
you
think it's
agree
not
with me
no.
yes,
No, if
that
you're afraid of him,
men
it
are
simply means
supposed to
he has a bad character.
not what
Let's
Nikki
just
just
call
said.
a spade a spade.
Men
It's
I
are
not that you
can't hear
supposed
don't
you
to
love
guys.
be
I
him.
can't hear you
helpful
guys.
in
The
the
two of you are
house
talking. We cannot
also.
hear you.
Who cannot hear me?
So, Mel was talking. You were talking.
Okay.
So I'm
Now,
just saying.
I was just trying to clear the point when you said if you're afraid of your husband, it means you don't love him. Not necessarily. If you're afraid of your husband or your wife, it simply means that person has a bad character. There's something bad about that person that you are scared of because you
Exactly,
know what the
exactly.
person is capable of. Go ahead, Tonya.
I was
So
just saying, I was just saying that in this aspect of marriage, I think there is some certain things being done abroad that we in Nigeria, our people in Nigeria, not me, I'm not in Nigeria, okay? Those in Nigeria supposed and have to emulate also. There is this thing that they put table abroad that well, husband and wife helps each other. They do things to organize their home. They reason together. They set the rules in their home. They tackle it together.
Is it to learn
Even
it
the
from the
chore.
white folks or from the black? Because blacks don't do it. Is it to learn
Blacks
from
don't
the white
do it,
folks?
but they need to be doing it. It's
No,
good.
is it from the white folks? Because I know blacks don't do it, even as we are in abroad as well.
No. Blacks do it.
Which
Don't
blacks do
just
it?
say that.
You don't just say
Blacks
if
do
your
it.
husband does it, that doesn't mean every other person does it.
But
If
I've seen a
they
lot
shouldn't
of them.
emulate
Maybe in
everything.
UAE.
However,
Maybe,
see,
maybe, maybe
even
in
even in
UAE, in
Nigeria,
this United
even in
Arab
Nigeria,
Emirates, men are very lovable. They are just helping. They
auntie,
help in every
auntie,
angle.
say you marry. Shouldn't you be best way they talk? Say men, all those men are something else before. Shouldn't you talk am? No, be you talk
Actually, I told you say I don't experience the one where they say a time bomb.
am.
I tell you now. I know they hide them from you. I tell you, say I don't. I
Read
don't have
more comments. Read
experience.
more comments. Let us see the ones we can respond, and then we go back into our
Olia
topic
is
again.
suffering from bipolar, so she's turning white and black. Let me read comment, please.
sorry, I
Okay.
saw
I
Banigos
told
is
you,
there.
no, you people
Sorry,
misunderstood me. I wasn't
Sonia,
even,
wait,
I
let
have
me
not
read
even
my
landed on
comment.
what I'm saying before you cut me off.
You
I
want
was
to go,
trying to
you
say
want to go
Banigos,
into
something that
personal
welcome
experience.
it's
to
not as if
go
I'm
again.
doing it like it's only men, but I wanted to study something, which even Banigos pinpointed something down there. There are some men that is like, whew, no
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what you do, no matter what you tell them,
Some men, even if you ask politely, them go still act crazy. That's exactly what I said at that time. I said some men we feel like you don't have
they
the
will
right
make you
to
go
tell
gaga.
them to do this.
You know
Is
what
it
be
because
gaga?
they
You
are
go
at
go
home?
gaga.
You understand? So they feel that like they feel like they wouldn't want you to intimidate them because they're not more working. But
But we
when
still
I
have to
feel when
point
a
out
woman
that
acts
that has to do
politely,
with more of our people, Sha. Because if
yeah,
now for our, you
That
understand, if
was
now
what I
for our
was
way,
trying to explain because it's
they
just
don't
I'm
mind.
not
Then
generalizing
go
it.
share now. You go down
It's
here, then
not
they tell
to
each
all
other,
men.
I go drop the picking as I they go work. When you come, you go pick them back. I like that they are not negotiating with you. Your wife could just tell you, husband, you don't hear them they talk. And they take the children to go school, pick them up, bring them back house. If you like, no go carry them now. She don't do her own. She don't drop them for school. She don't go work. If you like, when it then close, no go carry the children, come back house. You get so they just know that that's how it's. And if it's the husband that is leaving first, he takes them to school. He drops them off, and then she goes and pick them up. You get.
Okay, let
It's
me
just
give you an
normal.
instance.
Somebody
Let me
asked,
Yeah.
give you an instance.
so
If a husband that knows that the wife that has been that humble, doing all the house chores alone, taking care of the children, taking them to school, he goes to work, yes, comes back 5 o'clock. This woman takes care of these children from morning till night. At the end of the day, she falls sick. Did you know that this man, instead of him to help, seeing that this lady takes drip, takes blood in the hospital, she does that and still come back around that 5 to meet up and still serving food and do everything. At the end of the day, she breaks down that she have to plead with him. Take these children to school while I get them ready. She's trying to get them ready while this man is saying, you have to do all that. The boyfriend at the back saying, you have to help her. This woman is going down seriously. Can't you notice it? Even on her face, her eyes is even going inside. He have to say that, nah, and working as okwa nowhere. It's not done that way. Men are supposed to be helpful in home. Helping each other is what is relationship all about. I don't know the way they classify it in Nigeria totally, Africa totally. Eh? It looks like
let me read this. Let me read this comment
Go
and then
ahead.
I'll say something. Okay, I think it's part of what we just tackled now. Is it normal for women to pay rent and upkeep of the family when the man is at home and still have his respect? I believe it's the kind of thing you said, Constance, that
mm-hmm.
when the woman, maybe when the woman requests for something, the man will be like, is it because I'm staying home and things like that. But
Exactly.
now with what Tonya just said now, like men are supposed to be helping out and all that. You know what, I don't want to support women so much now, because if I'm to do so, if I'm to actually choose, I would like to support women because of what I have gone through in marriage. I don't know if you understand, but I'm not really into that. I just want to be like equal here, okay?
Neutral, yeah.
Sometimes there is this issue that women have, especially when men start, okay, let's do it like this, let's help each, let me help you. Maybe you're in the kitchen, I'm holding the baby, you're cooking. Maybe when we are done eating, I can see you're very tired, I'll just help you to take the plate to the kitchen and then wash the plate for you, things like that. The issue here is that sometimes some women, not all, some women don't appreciate it. I don't know if you understand that. They don't appreciate it, and before you know what is happening, they will start taking advantage of it. That is to say, if that man don't wash that plate the next day, she go remind him.
But do you
She
blame them? Do you blame them?
she go remind
Things like
no.
that happen, Nikki, things like that happen mostly when he has not been doing it. If he's been doing it a whole lot for you, then it becomes a normal thing that you don't even have to look if he's not doing it anymore. But because
That,
they rarely do it, when they do it, the
you will
women
remind
try
them.
to bank on it. Do you get?
You have to remind them that they have to do it. Have you forgotten that you're supposed to wash plates today? I don't because when you remind them, that is when the issue comes in.
Because he's only helping once in a green moon. I think that's why those type. I'm not saying it is right. It's not right to do it that way. If the person is helping, leave it. Don't stress it the next day. But because he only does it once in a green moon, she tries to milk it that time that she can. So she will pretend
You
that her
see,
leg is broken the next day.
that is
So
why.
just so he can wash the dishes, she will do it.
The best way to actually stop all those things, because I feel like it's only when we get into that marriage that is when we want to start sorting these issues out. But those are the things that is meant to happen even before the marriage will happen. Like, discuss it, talk about it, so that when we get into that marriage and the things we discussed before we got into the marriage is not happening, then now all go day we go to fight them. But it's not after doing lovey-dovey. Oh, I love you so much. In fact, you are the sugar in my bread. You are the butter in my tea.
But Nikki, you know that sometimes even when you discuss these things, like there are there's something someone was saying, you're like, tell people how many kids you want to have. These are things you discuss. You can discuss all these things, and the person is nodding head like a gamma lizard.
But you
Yes,
discuss
yes,
it,
yes.
but you have five.
Once you
You
just
want
come
to
out
carry
from
you go
that
house
church
now.
or court after you finish saying I
You
do,
discuss
your
four,
eye
but
go
we
clear.
have five. You understand? So it's not about the discussion. Do you know? I know of a woman that she was doing something in the kitchen, and the bin, what is it called? Is it the bin truck? Now came to pick up the bin. You understand? So she now said, "Honey, please help me get the bin and throw away." The man now politely did it because, as you know, she asked nicely. He did it. The next day they came. She said, "Honey, the bin are here. Like the truck is here." Like she now made a duty for him, something he should now
That's what I'm
do.
saying. That is what I'm saying. I
You
don't know if you
understand?
understand this now. If he did that the first day, why not the second day?
Because
Just do it.
Nikki, because he's not been doing it. Don't you see? It's
Do you
clear.
know gradually you get this man to start doing that thing. But
But
by
but
the
Nikki, but Nikki, why? Let me ask you something. With this example that Constant just gave, why does she have to be the one to tell him, honey, can you please, take the bin to them because they are here?
let
Why
me
does
tell
she
you,
need to tell you?
let me tell you
Shouldn't he
what
just come to you
my mother
as the
said.
person that lives
My
in that
mother told
house?
me, which I was against. My mother said during my own crisis, yeah, she said, it's not everything that a man knows that you have to always remind him. I don't know if you understand that. You have to always remind him. Which in
Yeah.
my own case, I was like, oh, I have to always remind him. I should as well remind him when to come and climb me now. No be so. You can't no, there is no way you can tell me you've forgotten when to climb me, and I have to remind you. No, you know when to climb me, but if it's not the time to climb, I will remind you of other things. You understand? So there are some things those men, yes, they don't know. You have to tell them. Or even after taking that bean for that very day, you just say, maybe you can even meet him nicely. Maybe when on a day for bed now, honey, now please, you can always help me to just do this thing, blah blah blah. You see his reaction, but not like telling him the bean are here. Oh, okay, if you know, maybe if that man say, madam, I'm busy now, I can't do that. No, you go see now, she go rake. She will start, and that's where another issue comes in. But the truth is that yes, as an adult, we are supposed to know. See, when women are stressed out, there is this man that I know back then in Germany. If the wife is stressed out, the man they notice him. And that is when this woman will start shout. In fact, as a matter of fact, if you even come near her to carry a cup of water, she will shout at you. If you do this one, she will shout. If you do that one, she will. The only thing the man will say is that, okay, it's okay. Just leave everything you're doing. Go and sit down, rest. I will take care of every other thing. Because when they are stressed out, they'll start acting like, go get peace for that house.
The thing is, when it comes to this thing called marriage, it's broad and it's very sometimes confusing. I used to have this uncle that then we had this neighbor when the child poo, he helps to clean up and do all this stuff for the children. Then my uncle was saying, me, I get married, I will clean my child, God forbid. Do you know my uncle actually got married and does, as in, the thing he does now is worse than what that man was doing.
Thank you.
You understand?
I got it.
What am I trying to say? I feel like in marriages, this was the first comment I made when I started this life. I was like, when we have that understanding and feel like this marriage thing is working hand in hand, having that mutual understanding, it's going to work. Like, let it just be that, okay, let it just flow. When my husband was alive, there was one day I was cooking. He was about going to the shop. You understand? I was doing something, and the bean came. So he saw me wearing my slippers. He was like, "Where am I going?" And he was already leaving the house. He was like, "Where am I going to?" I could actually say, "Help me throw it away," but no, I felt like, okay, this is something I want to do, or something I'm doing. He let's say, "Where am I going?" I said, "I'm going to throw the bean." He said I should give it to him. He will throw it when he goes down. Like, he acts on his own. Like, I feel that we should have that understanding. Like, we should even know when to do something, even without the woman asking. You understand?
Yeah.
Even if I had asked him to take it while going downstairs, he will do it. But I didn't want to. You understand? Now he asked me where I'm going to. I told him I was going to. He said that she should bring it. Since he's going that he's going to throw it away from me, I should continue what I'm doing. So I don't feel that when you love each other, have that mutual understanding, help out when the need arises. Don't always have this assumption that it's the man's duty, it's the woman's duty.
It's just like when you're getting ready for church and you have kids to take care of, to get ready. Like, you just finished, the man is already done getting ready, and then the kids are done taking their shower. Now to dress them up, you take the clothes, drop for the man. You take the clothes, drop for the man to help. The man has already finished dressing, sit down in the sitting room, cross his leg, watching the TV. You are there struggling to dress up 2 or 3 kids. You haven't even dressed up yet. And then you're sweating like a Christmas goat. And then come on now.
You shouldn't even wait for the woman to say, assist me. Before he'll be like, okay, you come here, bring your brush, let me brush your hair. Yeah, bring your shoe, let me. As in, this is something he can easily help in doing, you understand? But most of our men, especially in Nigeria, have this ego. I'm the man of the house. I shouldn't do anything. If I should help her to do it now, she will get used to it and turn me to her maid. You understand? So I feel like we women should know what to do, and men should know what to do. Having that understanding in marriage should be the priority. Like, let's have that understanding. Let's tolerate each other. Let's know what to do and when not to do them. Like, I don't know. To me, I feel marriage is a very beautiful thing. Like, it should work. We should make it work. You understand? Before 2 people consent and decide to let's go into this union called marriage, they should have that understanding. They should agree on one thing. You understand? Because sometimes when marriage they have this problem, I'll be like, what happened? Like, I have this friend now that has a problem in his marriage. I was like, what actually attracted you to the woman before you guys? As in, where is that love? That thing that attracted you then, is it that you cannot find it now? What's going on?
It's not more.
You understand? So when I don't know, but seriously, I really want marriages to be working, because I'm just thinking about from my own experience and how I had my own marriage.
You have to also remember that love can also quickly turn into hate.
Yes, now.
depending on how the person you're loving, how the person is
Meaning,
responding.
which means maybe the real character came out after the marriage and it was not falling
Possible.
out.
And most people hide it. Most people pretend. They don't always show themselves. And that deep talk, they don't always have that deep, or even though it might not
Yeah,
work, but at least it will
communication
give you a
too.
clue so you will
Communication
know
too
if you
matters a
should
lot
run.
in
Because there are
marriage.
certain questions you will ask the person, and the person might respond in a way that you were not expecting. And the person wouldn't even know that the person responded in a way that you were not expecting if you don't show it or you don't say it.
That last
But
stream we were
you're taking
discussing.
mental notes, so you know when you have to leave or if you have to stay. You get, so people just have to know that it is a job that will never ever end, and you have to keep learning the person. You
Learning,
cannot even
exactly.
boast that you know your even your sibling. You cannot say 100%. I go swear. You go die, yo. You go just go swear for something. You don't know that your sibling do.
I
Oh.
don't know if it's Mel that said it or Yo-Yo. A lady got married to the husband without telling him that she did her body. Then in the marriage, she's now asking for money for maintenance of that body. You know,
You can
and
imagine.
these are the problems we have in marriage. Here, I have a comment here. Somebody said, marriage is a scam. Oh. Is part of my greatest fear. Oh. You understand? And me
It's
here, I'm
not a
saying that marriage
scam.
is
It's
a
not.
beautiful thing.
Of
You
course.
understand? It takes two to tango. Like you have to understand yourself before going into it. But I don't know what is really going on in marriage of today. And at the end of the day, I think I Nikki made a post on Facebook and was asking what is going on in marriage. I wrote um what is it called? Self competition, trying to belong. You understand? Like people wants to they want to be seen. They want to create a picture of something that does not exist. You want to make people
And
believe
that's
that
the
your
go up
marriage
and
is
down.
perfect. You understand? Like we don't really need to see all these things. If your marriage is working, fine, good. You understand? Enjoy it. You understand? But if you know it's not working, and at the end of the day, you guys are fighting, immediately the camera comes, everybody starts smiling. You start kissing each other. You are deceiving us, trying to make, as in just like Chacha said that she's sorry for living a lie. Like I was when I read that particular line, I was like, seriously, are you serious? Chacha, are you kidding me? Do you know how many marriages you have
But
destroyed by
all
that?
the people that are praising too, they are also guilty now. When it comes to people like Chacha's marriage and all those other people that they use as an example, me, I always believe that don't use anybody to give as an example when it comes to marriage, because you do not know. You're not in that home 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year with them to know. That's the only time you will know what is going on in people's home.
Seriously, like
So giving example, and I feel like as for Chacha, I feel like people like Pete Doche that were busy using her as an example really put her in a difficult position where she couldn't even speak, even if she wanted to, because
yeah,
they've all painted her as a perfect. She didn't want to disappoint. A
yeah,
whole lot of load that they placed on her head.
yeah.
Guys, I have a comment here, please. This one is strange. She said, one woman was telling me one day that her husband have not have sex with her for over 13 years now. And two, and
Are
two
you
of
just
them
hearing
are
it?
still living together.
Is he
So
a reverend father?
she wants to know
No, I've
why
seen
this kind of
something like that.
stuff in
I
their
have
life.
really seen something like that in
She
Lagos.
said she said
They,
she
where
wants
a
to
man
know.
is living.
I'm coming, Tonya. Let me finish what she said. She said she wants to know why this problem happened like this and they are living happily.
Wait, Nikki, please come again.
She said, wait, let me go. One woman was telling me one day that her husband have not have sex with her for over 13 years now. Wait, it's over 13 years. And two of them are still living together. She said, Mommy, I want to know why this problem happened like this and they still live happily.
They
That
have
person is living
children.
in a fool's paradise, huh?
They have
Even me, even me,
Maybe they have now. That's
the
why she
one
said for the
the
past 13
experience I
years.
have, Constance, I've seen again, me myself, I've seen in Lagos 5 years without touching each other. 5 years, and the woman has children. They are both living in the same house. In fact, not
I
even
will
just
tell
one
you
bedroom.
something. I will tell you something. Men, the way God created them. Let's talk biology now. As a microbiologist, let me tell you, Men, they love to get down. It doesn't matter what it is, as far as there's a hole somewhere to put it, they want to put it. So if you're telling me that you're with him in that same house for, I don't even want to hear 6 months. What are you talking about? If
I
he's
think
not doing it,
13
one
days.
is
You meant
either there
13
is
days.
someone outside that
Of
is doing the
course.
job for you, helping you very well to take care of him. Two, maybe his thing is not functioning and he's afraid. And you too, as the woman, you're not making any effort to try to see, so you will not know if he's having issues. Sometimes stress and so many other things can happen that they might not be able to get it up and they feel very embarrassed. People that suffer from that. So if that is happening to him, he might not be seeing someone outside, but because he has that stuff, he is embarrassed. He cannot even discuss it. And you are not showing, you're not making any effort. 13 years. What do you be? You be wood. You will be the woman.
Ah,
What do you be? You be
the
wood.
place that don't, oh, the place that don't close.
People say this, and
But
some people say,
okay,
okay, what about
you know
women?
what my
What
husband just
about
said
women?
now.
No,
You know
I'm
what my
coming. Let me
husband
say,
just
some
said
people will
now.
say, what
My
about
husband
women
just
that
said,
don't have?
Constance, you know what my husband just said now. My husband said is a very big lie. If they are both living in the same house, you should not tell me that the man does not even react at all. That he doesn't want to. That means they are having issues, serious one.
It can happen because I've seen it happen in a relationship many years ago, and the person was actually bragging,
But that
and I
marriage
just
or
calmly,
relationship
and
is not healthy.
I remember
You get
when
on
when
that.
when the person when someone said this, I will stay in the home and this doesn't happen and everything, and I just calmly told her, I said he is seeing someone else, and she got very upset, wanted to fight. And I said, nobody here will tell you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth that this person, if he's, everybody's not. I said, yeah, I'm not saying all men are the same, but all of them, they like it. Except they have health issue. You will not find any man that you ask, do you like to get that? And say, no, me, I don't
Exactly.
do it. If it's
Exactly.
a
It's
reverend
what my
father, we know
husband
that
said.
they took the oath, but even them, their body, they tell them sometimes. So you cannot say there's blood flowing through their veins. So they will not
Exactly.
say,
It's
but
what my
because
husband
they are
just
taking
said
the
now.
oath to
Unless you're
be
having
a
a
reverend
health
father or
issue.
something. And but so if you're telling me it's not healthy, and I said to her, and she was quarreling, she wanted to fight. I said, sorry, I'm not vexed. So I was just, you brought it out and I just gave you the answer. Fast forward,
You know,
few weeks
you know,
later,
Mel,
She
she
you gave her
found
spoke.
the
out that,
answer
Let
because
her
you are
finish.
both. You understand? Because I have someone that actually said that to me. That her husband is not someone that likes sex or someone you can ties with sex. If you
Akuko,
even want it a month or 2 months, he will not even look at your face. You understand? I said in my mind, he's actually going outside.
he is.
But but they become an
Or
appeared busy, like they don't
something
care if
else,
you see them
something
or
else that
not.
can happen also is if you were looking different, like you were this lady that used to, take care of yourself. You're on point when he met you. You used to, do cartwheel when you people are, you can have it in the kitchen top, dining table, wardrobe, toilet, this one. And all of a sudden you stop. You start looking tattered. You start looking anyhow. They lose interest and they don't
That
even care.
alone, that alone
You
will
finish cooking, you don't even try to shower before you go to bed. You go with the oil with the smell for your body, you go sleep. You get all those kind of things, repeating same wear. Just because you there house, you go come wear waiting Nigerian people they call patari.
tire apart for
They
bread.
believe once they are married,
You won't
nothing
even try
more.
to just look some type of way. If you've been you're married, you know that there's a way you just dress, or sometimes you just come out from bathroom, so if your husband will just begin to look you like say he wants to swallow you. You understand? You're like, okay, wait now. So you have to know what you need to do also. So it's either he's stepping out on that lady, or he has health issues, or the lady has actually let herself go and he's no longer attracted to what he sees physically, because most time their brain works with what they see first physically before they bond. Unlike women that want to bond from the heart, they want to do it from the heart. That's why women get more hot, because everything we're doing want to be lovey-dovey and hug and this. Sometimes they just want to fire down and move on. They don't even think about it. So that's why they can be firing outside. They don't care. Do you think they love that person? No, they still go back to their. But women who want to heart and this and cuddle and that. So I think something is going on with that 13 years old situation. She should go check him. If he's okay health-wise, then he has a side chick. And he's a big side chick, side chicken. Now the chicken is giant.
Oh my God. So somebody was asking again, how do you make a man want you and only you? Is it possible?
Like,
This
get back
one,
on your
this
dad,
one
oh.
talk. Oh.
Make
Because
una
you
See,
hear.
will see
Constant,
a
we are
woman
going to
very
turn to CEO
beautiful.
now.
You
Come,
understand?
Constant. You are going to turn to person CEO now. Tell this person what she wants to hear.
You will see a woman, beautiful, shape, everything, knows how to cook, knows how to take care of children, like hardworking, intelligent. The man will still cheat. You understand? And that is where you will say, what do men really want? Like, what are they looking for? Like, you just see the woman, like everything is there. You understand? So, them men have not really answered that question. Like what they have not told us what they are looking for. You understand?
Do they really have a thing they are looking for?
I
Have
don't
we
know.
actually, has society made, when I talk, my my friends will say you be witch, they talk like say you be woman. I say I'm just stating facts. I feel like society has actually put them in a small bubble where they don't belong. They are hunters by nature. You cannot go to the wild and tell a lion when to hunt or what type of animal to hunt. Okay, you don't tell a snake,
Some of
okay,
them see it
swallow
as
only
having
frog.
fun.
Don't swallow this. Do you understand? So because it just comes natural to them that way. But some of them, they have the ability, because of they've really disciplined themselves to that extent, which is not easy, that they can say, okay, I will. So that's a decision that he and he alone can take. There is nothing you can do. If you like, be the most beautiful in the world.
Exactly. Yeah,
If you
exactly.
like,
You
have the
said it all.
biggest boobs and biggest ass and everything, be the best person in bed. Like nobody can give it as good as you in the
If you,
whole world.
just like who said in
He will
the
still.
TikTok, somebody said on TikTok, if you like fine, be the best woman in the world, be the most beautiful woman in the world, they will cheat on us. They are going to cheat on us. It's not
But
true.
no, the thing is, it's not
Sometimes
all
they
of them.
caution
Some of
themselves.
them, they discipline themselves. Some of
Yes,
them
some of
are
them caution
disciplined, but
themselves.
although
Some
they
of
are,
them
they are not many, so the
and
other ones are, yeah.
Mel, just like you said, they are the only one to take this decision. You
Yeah.
don't change them with whatever you do. If you like, be dashing them money in the morning. If you like, be spraying it on them. If you like, they will always do what is their mind. But if
But
they want
also,
to
let
caution
me add
themselves,
this, as the person asked, and I hope Tonya left them. I said Tonya, Nikki left her phone so the person can hear. One thing you can do as the woman, knowing fully well, first of all, you have to acknowledge and know that you cannot do it by yourself. He has to make that decision. Secondly, you can help by trying to know. I feel like sometimes some women are not getting into the heads of the men that they are with a lot. Get into his head as best as you can. Know his fantasies. Know it. So you can work with that to your own advantage. He goes to work, he's in the office, he's thinking, Mama, make I go collect one hand lunchtime. You get, put him in that place where they say woman, they put, in Africa, they used to say woman, they don't put down on under leg tie. They used to say it. Know him, know what he likes, know those deep things. Because most of the people like, you may say, okay, he like beans, he like rice, he like red color, like not that one. That's not what I'm talking about. If they talk about deep, like you want to go in deep, then you need to know the fantasies, the kind of things. Be spontaneous sometimes. Don't let it be something that you do on timetable, regular. Don't be regular. You have to be out of the world with him. That way, you get into his head that all the time is always you, because he's now thinking, what am I going to meet when I get home? Like what am I going to meet? Like what's going to happen? Do things, like change. Okay, sometimes just dress up, not as if you're going anywhere. Just dress up, just the two of you in the house. Do things. If you can go for vacation, if you can go, anything you can do. If you, not everybody have money to travel, so that's what I'm saying. Dress up in the house too. Don't let that act not only be for the master's bedroom. Okay, it could be on the dining table, it could be on the countertop while you're cooking. Just don't do something and think out of the box. Also, that will also help
Spicy it
spice it
up.
up.
As you're guinea.
Yes, that it will help spice it up.
Spice it up.
So you mean you should give him a memory, something to remind him, something to remember, that we drug him home.
Something to never forget. No,
But you know,
He talked.
even after giving all those things, anybody that wants to go outside will still go outside.
that's why, and Nikki,
Wait,
that's why the
Nikki,
first thing I said before you
Nikki,
sat down was that
Nikki, my daddy
that
says,
person has to take the decision
Nikki,
by
there's a
himself.
Igbo adage my daddy used to use. He used to tell me, "Na gana no before police here will put you must be fighting before anything else will come out of it. You will be taking and the gathering, taking your position well. Then let the other one come."
Yeah, of course, it is not even logical, because I feel like you cannot put me. I'm someone that believes that you cannot put men in a box, and just because society wants them to be there, they will be there. For me, there's nothing they do that surprise me as a person. And people that know me also feel like, which kind of
For
person you
me,
be, the
for
woman at
me,
all?
if a
Do you
man
get?
is good enough, it is good enough, a little bit good enough as in 90 something percent. I beg,
How
don't
can you
kill
say that
yourself.
it's
Just
90%?
Hello,
do.
Window Space. Good evening, darling. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Which man is good enough 90 something percent?
Wendy, welcome.
Even woman, which one do you guys think?
Come now. Okay, even if it's 70 something percent, they don't reach 70. They don't reach 70.
I know, for you can give them the
Somebody says something here, and this thing is it is very, very true. Correct. Let's see that. She said, we women, once we start giving birth, we neglect our husbands.
not
Somebody
all.
said again. Okay, somebody said again. We'll come to that topic on Osazele Lovett said that. So Gift Onye said 85% of men, wait, let me see. 85% of men cheat, not because they don't love their wives, but most times they just want to explore others.
That's
Others.
why I said you cannot put them in a box, and you cannot tell
Oh,
a snake to swallow only frog.
they say others are misled by friends to do such. So I advise be his prostitute, his pastor, his wife, and anything you can. Forget what he does. Because if you focus on it, that's the beginning of your problem.
I
And
don't
then
think anybody mislead them. It is by nature. That's why you even see the newborn, the small boys walking on the road. They still turn and look at big nyash when they see it. Who mislead that small son where you get make you look nyash when they pass for road? Like it is in them. Okay, it is in them. When that testosterone kicks in, forget it. Okay,
then
the other head takes
then
over.
then Lovett that said that when women start giving birth, they neglect their husband. She now said we stop dressing the way he met us. I think,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
I won't say all women, because I remember there was a lady
Yeah,
when
not
I
all
was
men.
going to the hospital for checkup. She was coming in, she was heavily pregnant with high heels, with everything, and she was quick to tell the doctor, I'm giving birth. I don't want to breastfeed. I don't want to breastfeed. I don't want my breast. I don't want this boobs. I don't want it. And me, I did they look at my African woman, I said, this one, you get sense at all. Because the immediate thing that came to my mind is, you know what, breastfeeding is speaking because of your husband. Now your husband don't suck him, my breast finish. Now go suck your own, deprive me of picking. So I was just thinking in my head, I was like, if only enter my head, see what I was thinking. You get so, but she was all everything. But at the same time, I was asking myself, do you think this thing you're doing is gonna help? It's still not gonna help. Okay, so I don't think neglect, because I feel like you've been doing all these things. But just this 9 months and that first period when the child is still small, you don't have a choice, okay? Because there's no time as a woman, okay? And your body will change. So I feel like every man should understand that period. But if the woman stretches it for many years, then for me, you don't do them too much. But when it gets to the point where you have a little bit of break, then you should start your exercise a bit to if you have to lose some of the
But you
pounds.
know there is something some women does that I don't really understand. Okay, just like as a matter of fact, my three girls during my pregnancy days, yeah, nothing stopped me from going. If I'm going out, I wouldn't dress well and make up. And then you see people asking you, "Ha, now upon your pregnant, you still have time to make up." I'm not like, wait, though. Is pregnancy. I know there are some people that go through hell when it comes to
Very
pregnancy.
difficult
I
pregnancy.
understand.
But,
But
but different people with different bodies, you wouldn't say.
that wouldn't be the reason why, at least if you're going out, you don't need to look tattered. You
No,
don't
you
need
don't have.
you don't need to look
But
tattered. You need to at
some
least
people they twist your
Mama,
and have female.
when that baby is kicking everything like it's a footballer in there, who they think to sit down to wake up?
I do my own from day one to the last day I'll give
Because
birth.
you are
You see
strong,
me?
you never can say. That's why I'm telling you, everybody with his own experience, different
I,
people.
I
Me
understand.
myself, I do make up. Yes, I do make up, but I do see some certain people that is even using head to walk. They can't even stand
But the
themselves.
thing is, let's get this straight. It's not even all about makeup, because you might not be a makeup person, but you are a dirty
Looking
talker.
clean.
So you can put him, yes, you're clean and you're a dirty talker. That you can
Clean.
talk, and there are women that can talk any man into the other world. We're talking about just talking. We're not talking about you touching or anything, but you can talk somewhat to the other planet. So if you are good at that, use that. If you're not good in makeup, because not everybody is good in makeup. Oh, and I'm in that category. I don't sabi to
Look
makeup.
clean. Just look clean.
You
It's
get.
just there's some women that just live there, just like she said, truly. Some
Did
women
you,
when they
did you
give
know
birth,
that I've went to go and learn how to do makeup, paid money up to today. I even buy the thing, the box is there. You can never see more than eye pencil here. But I have everything it takes, even some expire. I dash some out. I tire for myself.
so
I even pay
some
to
women,
learn it. I pay.
A comment
Eh?
said,
some women
a
when
he
they
goat
give
is
birth,
a he goat. Oh.
That's from when to.
some women when they give birth, yeah, is actually, yes, some of them is actually true. First of all, they focus more on the kids. Say "Nwamu, nwamu, my baby," things like that. They focus more on the kids without, and you know, men are this jealous type. As we women say they jealous, and so women, that's so men they jealous. You understand? So they feel like, okay, now this is a divided attention. You don't even, not that you won't pay your child attention, no, because they are, my own be say they are all and all when it comes to that in my own part. So you pay the child attention, but still create time for the man. And when it comes to the dressing part,
The thing is, creating time for the man. You know, let's not get this distraction when
is the
children
man
come.
helping?
We feel is now the children that needs all the attention. I'm telling you now from experience. Like even when the children were there, even my baby, was he a year old? Once it's time for me to give him that attention that he needs, like if he's getting down, we lock the door. They will be knocking on
That
the
is
door.
that
Won't even
that
care
is it.
what.
But do you know some women will reject it. Like some women will tell you, I beg go, I've had so much stress today, and you know
Exactly, it's not right.
the one I can talk about as well is this dressing part. There are some women, just because they have kids, just because they have given birth,
They
is
neglect
no
themselves.
longer their in fact, as a matter of fact, they don't marry. They say they don't marry because most of them, they feel like you only dress fine, you only look good to get married.
But can
So
we say some of the men too are not trying with their giant pot belly, and they use it to press the woman, and the woman wants to faint? That's why she doesn't want to lay down. Can we also discuss that? Because we cannot be telling the women to do all these things, and we're not telling the men they need to try also, okay? And maybe and because sometimes you get situation where the woman really wants a lot, she wants you to take care, she wants you to not go
Then,
direct
on that
into
part,
the doing.
when a man will come and marry you with flat tummy, you go use food and meat, take bring out in tummy, and here say he has got tummy.
He
Do you
has
know
to go and be exercising. I will chop it that one. When you
every
chop
day,
finish,
every
okay,
day,
go around the compound.
young
I
boys,
not be
wait,
shout.
Mel, young boys beside me that have
Yeah,
flat tummy, once they are married, their tummy start coming out,
of
and
course.
because they said
most
they're
of
already
them,
feeling well
They now
now.
have peace of mind, happiness, someone taking care of them,
exactly, which is
everything.
good.
But still, exercise small, I beg. You can't press somebody with that 200 kilos, only your belly.
Only
Only your belly, 200 kilos. And then you want the woman they enter under all the time. What if that? Now suicide mission. Oh, God, go lose
just like
that
I'm
belly.
still saying, yeah, just like as I'm still saying, when it comes to this dressing,
Yeah.
women we shouldn't use charge.
Come, Nikki. Somebody is talking to you. Somebody is talking to you. Check the chat.
Focus on the
Somebody
man.
is talking.
Focus
When
If you
do say
focus
something?
on
on
man,
man.
person wey eyes dey outside don
I
get
am
anya
430.
for. But it's
No,
true.
no,
It's
no, I understand. No, the thing is this, it's not like if we are dressing fine or if we're doing anything that we're doing the man any favor. We're not doing the man any favor. Come on now. We
But the
gotta
thing
look
is, when do which person I know they outside? Now
that
the
is the
thing is,
thing.
which one I know they
We need to
outside? Now the
look
one where
good.
they pretend say I know they outside. All of them they outside. Everybody
Even
like
you say when your man eye
you
there
get.
outside, another person man eye there for your body too. So you
Now
got to
that's
look
what
good. Make the man jealous that
people
when
they
he goes
look.
out there looking at another woman, let him know that another man is also looking at you. It's not when you look like Mbweke, Auntie Maria Maka, you go tie wrapper, do this one. If you're going out, hey, I wear slippers, tie my if I'm taking my kids to school, I know it's just 10 minutes drive. I still dress well. Like if I go my pikin in school, I know how they look me. Now she born this thing. I don't organic. What's that? I have to look good. Because when you're feeling like, oh, you're looking at somebody out there, somebody too, they admire me. I have to look hot. You know, waiting in the call hot. This will not be say because say you don't you have 3 kids now. The when I go find rapper for make a tie now. Even if you give me the rapper, I go tie him in a way. Maybe say if you see him, you'll be like, hey, now wow. You
You know,
understand?
Oh, baby.
top
That
line
is
is
no.
Let's stop this.
I knew, I knew
I'm
very
married
well. I
already.
knew very well. Listen, I knew very well. There was a time you used to, is it cultural day or
When you
something?
say
I
just
used to
look
see
good
you.
Come
for
on
The way
now.
yourself,
you tie your own
that
wrapper,
is the
Come on
the
point.
now.
way
You
you
don't
tie your
see
own
me.
wrapper, it
You
will go
don't
up
see
like
me.
this. We will know
Okay.
that this one,
so,
eh?
Sonia, the bottom line there is let's just take care of ourselves individually, whether you are a man or you are a woman.
This kind
You
of no
understand?
balance.
Yeah,
So
but at the
that
same
you
time,
will not
nobody
lose
should think
out of
that
that
it's gonna help.
outside
Oh.
attraction. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you are a man, because you're not married, you take care of yourself. If you are a woman, take care of yourself. Like that first
Men
attraction
that
should
dress
still remain
fine,
there.
do you know that men that dress fine,
That is my first
they give
attraction
their
when it comes to a man.
eye.
Let me tell you a secret. That was the first
Hey,
attraction I got for my husband. Like, as he was dressing so fine, and
Make it one
the
page.
first time he saw me,
Make it not come from that
smiled
show.
at me. No,
you know
I
when they
But
dress,
men are attracted by what they see. Yes,
you know
it
me
caught their
personally. If you
attention.
are a
Yeah.
no
man
men. I'm
and
not
you
talking
want
about
to win
women
my
now. I
heart,
mean
Some
men.
women,
dress
some
fine.
Need
women
to
too.
dress fine as well. Men need to
Oh,
dress
let me
fine
tell
as
you people.
well.
What of man? What of man?
Oh,
You
Let me
will
say you
marry
won't wear long sleeve. We don't
and
rub finish.
you will start like
without
let
wait
dress
now, let
dress
me give
from
you a
head to
gist
toe,
now. Let me give you a
clothes
gist.
everywhere. Go cover your head,
When I
cover
was in
everywhere,
school, wait,
cover
Sonia,
everywhere. How will you entice
Now
this
wait,
one?
now make she give us gist.
when I was in school, you know, then I was in my 300 level. I was in that marriage age, that ripe age for marriage now. People are coming to ask for my hand in marriage. Although I had one boyfriend, I was in my head then. I was just thinking about him only. But the problem there is that the man he's from my village now, so he wanted to get married. And I told him, Edmond Okafor's daughter, that she's okay, that she's in school, she make a good wife. She now said, okay. The man now collected my number and now came to my school, Madonna, to come and visit me. Guess what? The man came to me, you know my school now. When you arrive at our gate now, you have to call the person on the phone. The person, he now call. I said, who? After explaining himself, and I have to go to the gate now. I have a visitor. So when I go to the gate now, I saw this man wearing a plain trouser that was not ironed, with a shirt that was not ironed, holding one packet of gala. And he came to see me. He goes, but seriously, the reception I gave him
No
that
way.
day, he would not want to see me again. Like I
No.
was so embarrassed. Babes, you know, this thing that they say, when going to marry a woman, disguise yourself so I should not know you have money. I'm not talking about, I'm not looking for your money. You understand? Even if you are going to disguise, look like a woman being. The
But the
shade of
gala is not the problem. At least he should have just
The one
ironed the
with
shirt and the
trousers.
trouser.
no, I was angry. I didn't even give
Students
it
like gala, so gala it's okay.
no, the way he was even looking, that he wants to marry me, that he came to school to see me. I don't look in face. I didn't give him any reception at all. But I collected that gala and the one time that I came with, I collected it to
Uh-uh.
Sami school.
How can you do that?
Instead of you to tell him to take that 1,000 to go and iron his trouser.
No, but seriously, he was not looking nice at all. He was not looking nice, even if he
But
was
first
disguised.
impression matters now. First impression matters a lot.
If you want to kill me and if you are married to me and you want me to be falling every day as a falling flat, I'll be looking good, be dressing very
Be
fine.
dressing
Because
cool, and
oh,
it tells you. Hey,
oh,
and it
when you
tells
see
you.
a man that dress neat and cool,
Ah,
he gonna tip you now.
uh-huh.
The very first day I saw my husband, he was wearing a shirt and a plain shirt and iron with belt. He now smiled at me with his open teeth. I was like,
People that say you're not any planet again.
no, seriously. When we talk about woman, let's talk about the men too. Dress neat. Your clothes mustn't be expensive. Even if it's
Of course.
500 naira shirt, iron it. It will still be fine.
Oh my God, I thought
Okay, said now go
I
to
was
okay,
watching
go
what Wendy was saying.
go
What
put correct
Wendy
okay clothes.
dropped something on the. That was what I was reading. And Nikki, it looks like you, Nami, you want face today. Oh, mind yourself. Oh. Who
You know
tell you
that
I know
like,
this planet
see,
again?
you don't take my chance too much. You don't even allow me talk. If I want to talk, you go just carry the talk, cover everywhere.
Which one is when to
said,
write in here?
never do it to please anyone because men must pour palm oil on your white or with your white tone.
So you see,
We wear
I'm a good secretary here. I was busy noting down.
The constant, they say, why do you collect the gala?
He get to see me now.
Students like gala now. Of course, students like gala.
You don't like what he's wearing. Why do you collect the gala?
You know the thing there is when he knows someone that came to see you now. For you to save him that embarrassment, he gave me the gala. Not that I was like, that is what your boyfriend. I called and said thank you.
Wait, he got you gala.
I collected and said thank you. I'm a student and everybody is entitled to give me money or dash me gifts, which is normal. A student.
This is my granny's Igbo adezi that says Olilamwebunu Ojibi Ugwo.
So he gave I didn't ask
help me translate it in English.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think I hear is something that sounds like snake in Igbo. I don't have a clue of what you're saying. I don't know.
As a teenager, when I used to watch these Nigerian movies, you see all those guys, them like Emekike, them what's this guy? There's this one guy again, and who is his name?
Jim Ike,
Ramsey Noah,
Frederick Leonard, Ramsey Noah. You know those guys.
Frederick is new now.
Frederick. The first time I watched that guy's movie, Frederick movie. Hey,
a lot of people like that Frederick Leonard. I don't know why.
No, I don't understand. No, that guy. Like forget it. That guy is cute too. I don't get boo. Make a that guy is
like beards.
No, not beards. It's not that he's living that nonsense beards.
You don't like beards. Wait now.
See height. Did you see height? You see height.
Yes. I think Frederick has good height.
Not happening here now. Those are the things that is the facial thing.
But it depends now. Some people are not. Some people are not. Men.
You know the issue we have as women. We always go for these facial looks. You understand? But the men people.
I don't think so. I think it's men. I think it's men that goes for the looks. Women go for the heart. It's men that go for the looks. Big wigs, big breasts.
They have our hearts.
When they buy there.
You go allow the person to buy you gift first. Now, if you don't see that person, come like
don't finish you now. Make una dey see time more.
I mean, you see person where we are trying where they run po. You allow them buy you gift again. Maybe you come buy you gift again. If I am again, you can't see your husband wear dress well. This man don't get good at waiting for. You see, that's it. Because we all go for the looks. But no. They say that your eyes.
Nikki, are you talking about young people that are young? Like, I don't see anybody that if person is ripe for marriage, the person will be looking at looks. That's why you see some extremely beautiful women marrying very ugly. Look, Bianca and Ojuku. Sorry for people no
Wait,
vex, but
Mel, let
that's
me
the
tell you.
example we
There's
give
something
in
that
Nigeria. But
has
look
been
how
troubling
beautiful
me.
Bianca was. Look at Ojuku. Well, that was she was
Mel,
looking at beauty in that man.
okay,
You
okay.
Not that I
wanted
don't vex,
power.
I'm just saying. You know,
What
so
of
I don't think
Oshomolu?
when you're of
What
the
of
age,
Oshomolu?
so I
What of
forgot
Oshomolu?
now again. Adam for Shomole. What was
Hey,
that lady looking for?
Oshomole,
What beauty?
if I carry
That
Bele,
full stop.
if I
That
see
one
him
is full
on the
stop.
television, I will run and hide.
But you know,
Oshomolu.
guys, understand this. Understand this. Those
But
people are not looking at. They are
it's
not
the
looking
heart
at the
women
looks.
go for,
They
Nikki.
are
The
looking
heart.
at the. They are looking at the money. They were not looking at the looks. It is the money. Even if they
But
have money,
Mel,
they're just looking
but
at
Mel,
It could have been,
there is
money.
someone.
but Nikki, it's possible that they didn't go for the money. It's possible that those men, Ojuku
If they
and
didn't go for the
Oshomole,
money,
had
then they
very
go for
good
the
hearts.
title. If they didn't
But
go for
Mel,
the money, then they
No,
go for the title.
no, aside the
I
money,
don't know.
some men can actually sweep you off your feet, like make you feel so.
Exactly. It might not be money. It might not be.
You
They might be just
understand?
so good, so
okay,
romantic, so
okay,
Okay,
let
so
me
everything.
tell
you
you.
you're
Like,
Shomole
hey,
now. If you come and sweep
hey,
me off your feet, wait, Mel. If Shomole can't sweep you off your feet now, what is it?
Make me sweep you first.
The sweeping of the
Make me
feet is
Nikki,
sweep
not.
you
Wait,
Nikki,
let's understand this now. The sweeping of the feet is not like, oh my god, you look so beautiful. I've never seen an angel
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no,
No,
no.
no,
That's
again.
happy. No,
no,
no. That's
we
not
be
no.
papa. Give
That's what I'm
her.
saying now. It's not part of the pamper we're talking about here. Like in fact, they will not allow your legs to touch on the floor. Don't be so.
But Nikki, do you agree that people that are not really fine, they are always when you meet men that are not fine, they are very romantic, very
Nikki, this
caring,
your demonstration is
more than
something
the
else.
fine ones.
Men that are not fine, men that are not fine are the real. Are in fact, they are the real men. They are the,
They are
Wait,
always
let
very,
me tell you
they're very
something.
polite. They're
Mel,
polite. They
let me
all
try
those
dress
to
very
handsome
you.
well.
guys. All those handsome
Mel,
guys are just
listen
deceiving
to
Yes.
you.
me. Nikki, listen to me. 1 minute. When I was young, when I was like 12, 13, 14 years, there is something I noticed and it keep beating my imagination up to today. I
Okay.
noticed, I've taken my time and I think from my findings, is only these women, these ugly ladies that always marry rich men. I used to see it. I have been counting, and I don't know why this man will have this
Really?
money, so tall, beautiful,
Because
handsome.
those rich men
But
are
the,
not.
the ladies
And
we just talked about now,
when
they
you
are
watch
so
the
beautiful
madam,
and they are
when
married
you watch
to
the madam
very
that
wealthy
carries the
people.
message and pass, she will
You
just you
know,
will imagine it.
Tonya, let me give you the philosophy that I've heard about that thing. Most men that were promiscuous while they were young hardly get married to a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Then some rich men also go for these acclaimed ugly women because they feel these ones are not after their money. So people have different
But
perspective
is
about
that
it.
but is that not a wrong notion? Because at the
Exactly
end of
what
the
I'm
day,
saying.
whether the
You
woman
want to
is
have that
ugly, a man will still
mentality.
fire down if he wants to fire.
When you
You know, they look
when
the
you
face.
say something,
They
Why
when
just
you
have
when
a
they
women
giving
drastic
you
marry
people hot
ugly
thoughts,
men? Because they
post
have money.
America.
You understand? So it's just a different general
Constance, take what Wendy said.
perspective. So
She's busy giving it to you people hot hot. She spoke Igbo that place. She said when he will wear something takala taka.
yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We are rounding up. We have passed our scheduled time, so I think we should
Yeah,
round up. This topic we are talking about today is actually very broad and
it's
something not
broad.
something
Yeah.
we can even finish today. You understand? But at the end of the day, what I'm going to say, like I said earlier, marriage is like let's have that mutual understanding. Let's tolerate each other. Let's find a way to make it work. Because when we come to husband and wife, these are two different people from different family, different womb, and they came together and they said, okay, let's make it work. You understand? So definitely we should look for how to make it work. You understand? Let's have that understanding, tolerance, and let's know our do's and don'ts. Let's have this discussion. When you see your husband doing what you don't like, correct him in a good manner and in the right time. You understand? You know, some corrections are made at the wrong time. You understand? You know, I was talking to my mom today. She was telling me about my sister's experience in her workplace. You understand? Where she was telling the colleague what to do, and the colleague was answering back and saying, "I was like, Mom, listen, I'm not there. You understand? But let me tell you what happened. See, you know, when this lady said, you talk to her, tell her to do this, and you say it immediately to her, She might not understand it, but on a very good day or on a very good time, say, ah, see, this thing you are doing, stop it. Our mother will not like it. Do it this way. She will listen to you and she will hear. You understand? But when you try to correct her in a manner and in a very embarrassing way, and she replies back, you say she's stubborn, she doesn't want to listen. That same thing applies in marriage. Like when you want to correct your husband, not in a public, not in an embarrassing way, or when you want to ask him or ask her for something, you do it because she's your wife. She must do it. Let's have that understanding, and let's know how to talk to each other. You understand? That you are married to her does not make her your slave. You understand? And that you are not married does not make you that you have arrived. Then you start dressing anyhow. You start tying up in your.
Wow.
So many things are
My
involved.
point exactly.
And if we the earlier we realize what to do and find out the problem of what is wrong in the marriage, that is when it starts working. You understand? If you used I used to be very, very stubborn, like very, very stubborn. When immediately I got married, I was like, okay, this is it. I left it. I found a way to make the marriage work. You understand? Not that we didn't have our differences, but at the end of the day, because we had that understanding, we keep forging ahead. I don't know if I've said this here before. When I lost my husband, my mom was like, I should think of what my husband did to me so that I can stop crying. So I could not think of anything because at the end of the day, he understood me. I understood him. Like he tolerated all my excesses. You understand? My husband, I will misbehave outside. He won't even say anything to me. When we come home, he will bring me into the room and lock the door. You see this thing, I don't like it. Stop it. Do it. And I that very day I stopped that. I stopped doing that thing. But just assume he said it outside there and embarrassed me. I won't take it lightly.
Yeah.
You understand? Even if I don't answer him back here, maybe he went to the house. Why would I'll start shouting at him? And maybe from there he might even raise his hand. From there we have started having problem. And once that problem comes in, it continues. You understand? So I just want us that those of us that are still in marriage, you understand? Let's find a way to make it work. Let's understand ourselves, tolerate ourselves. Even when the children are there, let's know when to give him that time that he needs. And even when children are also there, we the men know when to assist your wife. Don't even wait for her to ask for the help. Assist her in any way possible. Make it work. Like let's make marriage work. The rate of divorce and is too much. Understand? At some point, I'll be like, okay, everybody, day your day, no marriage again because I don't understand what is going on. You understand? So let's just do that. This marriage union of 13 is a beautiful thing. And let's not scare those that are still single and not saying, I am not scared of getting married. It's a beautiful thing if you make it work. You understand? And don't try to prove a point. People should see you to know that your marriage is working. If it's working, let it be in your house. Enjoy yourself. Do your things. Grow your family. Train your kids. You understand? Grow old together. Don't be in a competition with anybody. Don't try to impress people outside. Don't try to have what you know you don't. As in, don't demand from your husband what you know he cannot provide now. You understand? Like there are so many things we should do to correct ourselves in marriage, and you see this marriage work and to turn out to be a very beautiful thing. So I have a lot to say, but let me just end this for today. Time is going, Sha. So Nikki, do you have anything to contribute to this topic? And let's round it up.
Anyways, we've said it all, and luckily we answered some questions, even though not all. But at the end of the day, let's still we know how to manage all those things. We know marriage is an institution where we learn until we finish. In fact, we will not finish learning until we live this life. Okay,
Exactly.
it's all about we understanding ourselves, knowing when one person is stressed out and when the other is stressed out as well. And we shouldn't even allow it to get to that stage of I'm so stressed, I am this one, I'm that one, I'm doing everything myself, this one and that one. Everybody trying to say, okay, this is my job, I've been doing this. Let's just understand each other, help each other, put things together. Let's not be there saying this is what the woman should do, this is what the man should do. If we understand it that in that way, that we are living this life, this is us, let's do things together, let's make it work. Come on, marriage is sweet, marriage is wonderful. A lot of people that are still in that marriage for like say 10, 20, 30 years now, they know how they've been handling it. It's not a bed of roses, it's never 100% right, but at the end of the day, this the people in this union are not kids, they're adults that actually have functioning brains. So you can't tell me you don't know when things are right and when things are wrong. I mean, when things are going right and when things are going wrong. There is no way you tell me that you don't know all those things. So let's just try as much as we can to help each other. If we help each other, see ourselves as one. If you know that what somebody will do to you and you will you won't feel happy about that, don't try to do it to the next person, which is your partner. So if we see ourselves, as they call it, 1 plus 1 is one, which is to say 1 plus 1 being one, that means that person is your flesh and blood, and we just have to see it that way. So let's act it. And probably there'll be not that there won't be bad divorce, but let it not be the way it is now, because now it feels like it's a normal thing. Like it's just something we can just wake up any day and just do it. It feels like a simple thing to do now. But at the end of the day, let God take control. Nobody can actually do it alone. So thank you guys for being here today, and we appreciate you all.
Your time. Mel.
Yeah, you people, you've said it all already. But first of all, I'll say if you call yourself a believer, this is the angle I just want to come in with as we round up. If you call yourself a believer and you call yourself a child of God, then you should first of all always ask yourself, what will God want you to do? And sit and ask yourself, the way you're treating your partner, will you treat yourself that way? Or would you love it if someone treats you that way? Whatever answer you get, so be it. If you after answering yourself, if you can sleep well at night, okay. But don't forget that God is watching. So tomorrow when you pray and your prayers are not answered, don't feel like God doesn't answer prayers. When you are being so cruel to your partner, you make your partner to cry and cry and cry and go to bed and feel so sad and so many other things. So just always know that it's just a bottomless pit, a deep hole where you will never ever get to the end. That's marriage. As they say, it's a school that you never graduate from. So learn to tolerate someone that you were not there when the person was when the parents were training the person. So don't expect the person to know what you know. You will come with your own baggages. The person will come with their own baggages. Sitting and talking and understanding, having a good conversation and a good understanding is key. But if it gets to the point where violence and you're scared for your life, then I think that's the point where you have to leave, because it's better to be alive than to be dead, right? But if you know that you've given it all your best, then you're leaving that marriage with your full chest, knowing fully well that, yes, I tried. I did my best. I fought a good fight. But be patient. Don't jump too fast to conclusion. Be patient enough to be able to reach that conclusion that, yes, I've done my best. And at this point, I am going to go back. And another thing I want to quickly say is, do not look at people's marriages and envy them because they put it on social media. People will only put what they want you to see. Always remember that. They will not put the difficult times. Just as you see people spraying money, did they show you when they were working for that money? Did they show you the type of job they did? The same thing with marriage. The challenges, the fights, the cry, they don't show you. So don't use anyone's marriage as an example. Okay, this person did this in their marriage, I will do the same in mine. No two marriages are the same. So do what you can, and may God help you. May God help us all. Thank you.
So,
Thank you all
Constance, I don't know
for
what you said. Constance, I don't know what you said. Somebody said, Constance, you have said it all. Next time, please involve men as well. So I don't know what you said. I didn't
that
involve.
means maybe he or she didn't listen very well, because I said both men and women. Like I made every point from both angles. Maybe she wasn't, or he or she wasn't listening very well.
Yeah.
But that is all. At the end of the day, like I said, this topic cannot even end today, even if we talk from now to 3-4 hours. You understand? It's a very broad topic, and we didn't even talk about Kunle, Funke, Akindele. Almost. I heard maybe they were kind of having a financial problem or something. When money is involved in the marriage and all that. So maybe that should be a topic for another day.
As
So
for
that,
Funke,
so guys,
there's so many stories now. So let's wait for her to
yeah,
release her own statement first.
Complicated
So we
one.
will
exactly,
see.
exactly. All right, guys, thank you so much, and let's call it a day. Mm? Thanks for joining us. Nikki, say hi to all your audience. Thank
What I
them for
meant,
the
okay,
questions and all
what I
that.
meant is having men in your panel. Or you mean having men among us?
Oh.
Are we gonna get a man like to really join us? We can change the topic. I mean, we can change our name, not ladies of
Well,
what.
we can always get someone to call in at any time. So if someone wants to call in, that's okay, because
Okay.
they can call in via WhatsApp and air their opinion at any time. So it's
All
not
right.
Yeah,
even.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
you should make arrangement for that.
Like I said,
Because
I
I would
have
love it. to let's have this men's idea or from their own perspective, like what they have to say. You understand? Let it not be just
Yeah, we
women.
can
Men.
always drop a number. Like I said, I have a number. I have a phone here. So maybe when we go live, I can just drop the number. When they call, I'll put it on loudspeaker. Then
Yeah,
And also on YouTube, the person that wants to say something can also come on YouTube and jump on the link, say what they want to say. You drop and someone else can come up and say something.
yeah,
We
yeah,
can
yeah.
have five, six
okay.
persons if they
All
want
right.
to come up to say something as men and give their own perspective concerning a topic. So
Okay.
that opportunity is there.
So make sure you heard that. You heard that. No, no, it's okay. No, it's not ladies thinking. You heard what we said now.
Oh, Tonya is here. Tonya, we are rounding up.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, she heard what we said now. So we have to always give that chance of men to come up.
So
Come up.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Tonya, we already rounded up. Do you have anything to say so we can
I beg, we don't,
call it a day?
10 minutes more. See, we
In
have
fact,
rounded,
I don't want to say anything again. I don't want to say anything
we have
again.
rounded up now. You want to add 10 more minutes?
Nikki, I use your keep buzz. Okay, just
Eh? You want to add more 10 minutes to this? My kids are
I
cool.
okay, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much. We don't have anything else to say much. At least my colleague has said everything. All we know is that marriage doesn't have any particular formula.
Exactly.
Just follow it up the way it is. What works for plan B doesn't work for A. What works for me doesn't work for you. It might not be the same thing. So I will not say, and this one we are saying men this, women this, women that, men this. Most of it, some women are good, some men are good. Likewise me, likewise my spouse. So I wouldn't say from what I'm going through, because there was a time it was that terrible. And I think there is a time now that is okay. Presently, it is fine and adorable. So I think in this life, there is always different species of human being. So before you step in anyone, try to know if your blood and this one blood really match. Can you condone? If yes, whatever you see at the middle of it all, it's just not a formula. Tackle it the way you can. Know the time is a red flag for you to quit. If you have tried all the angles, all the aspects, and it's still not working out, know when to quit. It's not a do or die affair. Thank you all. Till we meet next
Thank you
other
so
time.
much, Tonya, for that wonderful contribution.
Thank you.
Mel, thank you so much. Nikki, thank you.
Amechi
All right,
actually said,
guys.
Amechi said he has learnt a lot today that he will go and stretch his height to be tall.
Amen.
For those ladies that want tall men.
Oyoyo is saying, guys, I'm so sorry I missed much. I just got home now.
No,
All
yeah,
right,
it's
Oyoyo,
fine.
you are loved, you are
It seems like
missed.
she's here.
Join us till
Is
you
she
can.
here? Who is someone here?
Yeah, Oyoyo in the comment section, she's saying that
Ah, okay.
she just got home now. Oyoyo, thanks so much for even joining us while you were outside the house.
Yeah,
We
she
appreciate
really
that a
tried.
lot.
She's
You are
amazing.
very devoted. We love you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you again, same time next week. Peace out.
Peace out.
I mean, all of you, I may disappear. I may have my listening job. Disappear, disappear. Nikki, what are you still doing? Disappear. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week.